Oh.
Uh-oh. Let's record.
You gotta record.
Dude, thank God you caught it right there.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. I'm Bobby.
I'm Andrew.
This is Ray.
And I'm the original fat bearded man. But now we have three. Same thing they say, Mexicans multiply, man. And now we're slowly taking over. We're going to insert some sort of like Mexican fucking...
He's actually from Argentina, dude.
Oh, that's right. But he looks Mexican enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, you son of a...
So when I met you guys look so alike. And the chat's been talking about it nonstop that there's two Rays here.
Mirror.
But I used to, so it's hard, you know, I'm not good with names or faces, but I kept meeting you guys over and over when I started dating Sam. And then you have another friend, Dolfo, right?
Yeah.
So I figured I'd just call each one of you the same name. So I put all your names together.
Yeah.
So we were all just Drew Dolfo.
Just Dolfo, Ray Dolfo.
I could not tell you two apart. Dolfo's easy.
Yeah, no shit.
You guys are the balls.
He's like
the stick in the
150
middle.
pounds. Dude.
Yeah.
Wet.
Yeah. So that's how I did it. Anyway, yeah. How do you guys know each other?
We just
Jesus.
college, right before college.
Right before college.
The last year of high school, I think we met.
I think we met at a house party. I don't know if we can mention that house party.
It was a lingerie party.
That's the one.
It was a lingerie party. We threw it. He's the guy that brought the keg because he's 2 years older. You're 2 years older.
Yeah.
So he was
Allegedly.
He's the one that, I mean, he was told we were all of age.
Yeah. 2 minutes in, you're already saying that he bought illegal alcohol for illegal kids.
God damn it! Only he drank though.
Yeah, exactly.
He drank the whole keg.
That's true.
So we met in high school. Well, right after like the summer of in between high school and college, and but we didn't look alike
Then. But
At
now
all.
you've slowly morphed
and
into each other.
slowly we morphed into each other. He's from Argentina. For his dad's
My dad's Italian
His
from
dad's Italian.
Middle Italy, and then my mom's from Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My dad's never been to Argentina or Italy. I don't know. People think we're brothers.
she did have a restaurant in Mexico while your dad was with. I'm just
That's
kidding.
so weird.
Did you start looking like him when he just kept coming in you, or?
I think so.
Wait, what?
I think so. I started gaining. He started losing the weight. I started gaining it. So it's just a semen distribution.
I see.
That's disgusting, dude. Holy shit.
It's too much protein, bro.
So
It's too much protein.
Oh man,
So
I gotta
disgusting.
tell you, this what Chad said that he must have 40,000 calorie semen because every girl he dates gains 10 pounds.
Oh God.
So how about video games, Bobby?
Well, before we do that, we got a few things to announce. We just want to plug our Patreon. You can become a Patreon. Just go to our website, dlgaming.net. $5 gets you a T-shirt.
No, not anymore.
Oh, $10.
No, yeah, $10. $5 gets you a shout out and a green name on Discord. $10 gets you a T-shirt, which is we're still losing money on that deal, and $50 gets you in the high ranking titty tier that has a bunch of stuff with it, but there's not very many people there. If you want to rub shoulders with the shoulders with the people like Shadow Master,
they don't want a T-shirt with like our signatures on it.
Not one person wants
I'll
that,
even
dude.
rub my feet,
yeah,
on it.
whatever you want.
My elbows.
She will wear the shirt one that I can't.
She will wear it without a bra.
There you go. And Chosen's like, bye.
Titty tier for everyone.
We're going to need you to wear these 500 shirts in the next 30 days.
Look at the new studio we got, guys.
We'll cut him Ed Hardy status.
Oh, man.
Well, that didn't work out too well with the bathwater with that one streamer, right?
Oh, I know. It's true. She sold her bathwater.
It did work out. She sold out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but didn't people like develop some sort of rash or something?
Yeah, they got like herpes or something like that.
Yeah,
Right? Well, not
Christ.
herpes, but they got a rash.
Well, did you hear she faked going to jail, or is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I'm now 100.
How far down that rabbit hole did you go?
Man, come on.
He wanted to get.
I just got another notification.
I get real bored during the week.
He bought some of the
After porn,
bathwater.
I just watch YouTube.
He bought some of the bathwater.
Remember that time I had the eye patch?
Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense. He was wearing an eye patch for a while, so it might got some bathwater in his eye. You never know.
Don't tell anybody. Oh, shit.
Coming up, we probably are going to have a, I mean, it's in the works, so it's just a matter of time. Battle station contest. So, get those rigs and that desk looking good. I think we're going to all post pictures of R4 just to get the ball started. Mine looks like No Man's Land in World War I.
It looks like
it's terrible.
Yours looks great. It's like a Mexican guy that works in a garage.
Yeah.
And then and after he's done working on cars, he starts playing Borderlands 3 right afterward. That's what yours looks like.
It's covered in grease.
It's covered in grease and oil.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do as is. Like I'm not gonna spruce it up. But I'm telling you guys, now's the time to spruce it up. You're thinking about getting that RNG or RBG or whatever, or a time to upgrade. Go to Fractal Design, check out the cases and stuff. That'll help you get some points.
I was just on their website the other day, actually. Here, let me bring it up. I'm going to be building a media center for a friend of mine pretty soon here. So I was checking out what they had in that line, like small form factor. Their Node was one that I was really looking at, but that's like mini ITX, super small. We're talking about like a foot by a foot.
Yeah.
And remember what I told Chad? It's like you're just kind of asking for problems when you go that small. I feel like.
If you're trying to build a gaming computer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this isn't going to be a gaming computer.
A media center that's fine because you're not gonna ever really.
Yeah, media
Oh, that's
center.
cool, man.
Yeah, and this is super small. Like you don't even realize how small this is.
How big is that? Actually?
It looks like the size of a router.
It's about a foot by a foot, I think.
Okay.
But it's mini ITX, and the power supply has to be small or SF, which I think is small fact. I don't know what it stands for, but that's like
It's probably
like
small
half
factor.
size power supply, like a small one. I mean, they have them out there. You can get them from Corsair or wherever. They might even have them at Fractal. But I don't know. I was looking at that one, and they do have some bigger ones that are more of a square shape.
How much are those?
These ones are about $100 on Amazon, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Squadron, why wouldn't you order one online? Do you have something against that? Squadron is Duck on Discord, and he's probably the most hardware knowledgeable guys I know. And he says he wants the 202, but he can't find it. He can't find it locally. Oh, he's in Canada, I guess.
Yeah, and even on Amazon, if you look for them, they forward you to other vendors. But yeah, they do come. You can get it with a 450 watt power supply, which is honestly more than you need for a media center. You don't need much. You're not putting a graphics card in this. You're probably getting like an AMD Radeon 2400 or something.
Yeah, all you need for that, right?
Yeah.
Squadron, message me. I happen to know a guy. I can get you one of these. We'll figure it out.
We can make it happen.
We can make it happen.
All right.
He'll get a coyote and take it to Canada.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll be at Oregon, dude.
There's going to be a guy in a blue van.
Not Mexican.
Have you seen the show Shameless? Towards
Some of it.
Towards the last season, Frank tries to smuggle just people into Canada, and it's the funniest thing. And it's just, and then like the Canadian not border patrol, but like the Rangers or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, they're just like, it's just a joke the way they're pulling them over. It's really funny.
It's funny.
It's a joke. It's a big joke. I bet they'd be harsher, but I really don't know, to be honest.
Well, if you go by the road, right, there's like a booth, just like there is in crossing over here. But this is a lot smaller, obviously. They're not dealing with the quantity. But if you go 200 meters that way, it's just woods. And you just walk across.
Yeah.
So it's really if you want to get your car across. If you want to walk across, you can walk across.
And
there's literally thousands of miles of just woods that you could just walk.
And that's what he did.
Oh, okay.
No.
He just took a heavy hit of Canada facts.
I know. Too much for me.
A little too much Canada there. All right. Let's talk about some games here. So Rubber Nuts posted on the Discord here. A new Terminator game is coming out. I don't know how to feel about this. It's called Terminator Resistance, and all the video clips I've seen actually look pretty good, but
Has there ever
Not
been?
really, dude.
Has there ever been a
don't know.
good
It can
Terminator
look
game?
pretty
Think about it.
Terminator game? Well, what about that one in the arcade?
That's the only good one.
Yeah, with the gun.
But it's an arcade
Well,
game.
With VR coming out, you never know. They might implicate that to the new system. So it becomes a little
I
more
think they had a
arcade-ish.
Terminator VR game.
They did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But this isn't it.
No,
no. This is an RPG game. So Terminator,
What?
Resistance. Yeah, adventure RPG. Lots of
It
violence.
definitely looks like a shooter. Anyway, so I watched all the videos, and really, there's only one video. And
Well, there's a gameplay video they've recently released.
I've watched
That
it.
just got taken down because it was that bad.
No, I've watched it. So it's still mixed in with pre-rendered stuff, and eventually you get to the. I don't know, man. It looks like it's kind of a cash grab, but we'll see. Like, I don't want to say anything.
A lot of these games that are based on movies are.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
what it looks
adapt
like
to
to me.
whatever popular genre is going on at the moment, whether it be hack and slash or, like the Mad Max one was just like an open world game when those were really hot. So
but that one was good. I like that one a lot. Is that the name of the new movie too? Resistance? No,
no, Dark
don't
Fate.
know.
is
Dark
the
Fate.
movie.
I'm gonna check it out. I think Dark Fate looks better than this.
It looks cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bringing back all the original characters.
Yeah, I think they're saying that's the one that should have been the third one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, James Cameron's back as
Yeah, James Cameron.
Well,
not a
Is he
director.
directing?
No.
he's
No,
producing.
it's producing.
Yeah.
He's too busy, dude. Apparently, I think I told you guys this that
No.
Avatar 2 and 3 are already in the can.
Yeah.
Like they're just editing,
Yeah.
and then 5 and 6 are gonna start shooting. Yeah,
5 and 6.
Yeah, they're trying to
or 3 and 4.
build
Is
it
that trying
into
to
a
be the-
franchise.
That's crazy.
I don't know about that.
Like the whole, like Terminator doing this whole thing where, what happened after the second one just doesn't exist anymore. So like the Christian Bale Terminator one doesn't count. The one after the Christian Bale Terminator, the one with the girl from Game of Thrones, that one doesn't count. So this one's the one that actually counts.
Yeah. Well, also 3 doesn't count too. The one with nobody. Nobody was in that. Chris Hardwick had a brief part in that.
Yeah, so
and
like,
the girl from Blood Rain was in it.
Yeah, so
but-
like these don't count. Like people Hollywood have been doing that. Like with Halloween, they did that.
Yeah, well, movies are turning into comic books now,
Yeah.
basically. It's like no rules apply.
Yeah.
Like they're doing it with RoboCop now. They're making RoboCop Returns, which is a sequel to the original one. And it's like, let's just ignore 3 and that reboot in
Well,
2014.
3 was
Although
pretty bad.
Marvel
Yeah.
Comics, they're doing a pretty good job of keeping continuity. X-Men is terrible. Like, who knows what the fuck's going on?
Oh, I
with
know,
X-Men.
right? No,
Well-
but I think that's already all over now.
They're saying they're going to start putting it into the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're talking
Hopefully.
about Wolverine. Who's Wolverine going to play? Or who's going to
I
play
don't know.
Wolverine?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
What?
That's,
Yeah.
that's what they're saying.
Look at the new Batman, bro. Are you surprised? I mean,
I know, right?
Robert
Batman
Pattinson,
is fucking Twilight.
I'm down, but come on. I mean, he looks like a pretty good actor, but
Yeah. No, he's a good actor. He
No,
does stage.
he is a good actor.
He does
Yeah.
stage and stuff, but I've always been upset with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I mean, he's good.
perfect, right?
He's good. But
he nailed it.
Wolverine's 5'2" and white as a house.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
for a
part of his
movie-
persona.
For a movie, you can't do that,
Him
though.
being 5'2" is like, you can though. Like,
You
I think
can.
it adds a lot to
Tom
the character.
Cruise is like 5 feet.
the most badass guy
You
around.
look tall, though. You put a badass guy at 5'2", it's going to like Super Mario Brother on steroids with claws.
It adds a lot to the character, dude.
But-
Like when he stands next to the Hulk, who he can kill, he's like looking up,
he's
like
He looks
4,
up.
4 feet.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not like he's pretty much almost
They made him that size
Thor
for a
height,
reason because it
almost.
worked for the comic.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
All right, next game, Crusader Kings 3.
Unless it comes with a 2-hour manual, dude. Unless they're making it easier, I'm sure it's a great game. I've said it before, and I've said it. I'll say it again. I watched a 40-minute tutorial on how to play Crusader Kings 2, and still had no idea what going in. Maybe that's due to years of drinking, or it was a bad video. But either way, I couldn't figure it out. It's incredibly difficult, at least for me.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think they're going to change it much because there's a
like
lot of
it.
people who like Crusader Kings 2.
Yeah.
They're going to want more of that, and they added a lot to that game too. Like they kept releasing DLC and all this other stuff. So 3 is going to be, I guess, like they're starting from the ground up again. And let's see, planned release date coming in 2020, not anytime soon.
What is this? Like a straight strategy?
Hard strategy,
tactical
dude.
It's a
strategy.
simulation game, but it's
Oh,
like
sim.
pretty hardcore.
Yeah, so it has a lot to do with lineage, right? So you start off as like, let's say, a duke that owns a little bit of land, and then be using your spies and what do you call it, like espionage and just kind of like trading and diplomacy. You grow your land base and get more wealth.
Yeah.
But it matters who you marry and your offspring because you're going through several generations.
Oh shit, that's
yeah.
cool.
It sounds awesome, dude. I wish I knew how to
And
play.
then when you play it, it's just a shit
Complicated.
show.
yeah, huh?
Is it just a shit show when you play it, or is it still like?
It's just, I don't know, man. I can't say too much
Well,
about
it's all
it because
about doing things to establish relationships. You can
Yeah.
like poison people or just
Okay.
all these different.
but everything has repercussions.
Yeah, but
and
it's
you don't
very,
know.
very complicated.
Even your most trusted advisor could be a spy for another dude, just like how you really was at these times, or now.
It's
Shit.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
the
pretty
game.
much.
Yeah.
Political stuff.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's just-
So it's really hardcore. There's no combat. I don't think.
Well, nobody on this podcast has ever really cared for these games, and Emilio's the only one who's like tried to play it. But I figured I'd
Because
mention
it's
it.
because like
It's a big franchise.
sometimes
It's
like
their biggest franchise.
Emilio will try to play a game because I'm kind of the same way. Like I'll hear about it and like this sounds fucking awesome. I would love to play this. I'd probably
agree.
jump on, play for an hour or two, and then just be like, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But I will at least give it that try.
Yeah, for sure.
I really do.
And
Try.
but then, taking that same format, what's going on with Bobby and playing Shogun 2, like you thought that the learning curve was too steep to like really enjoy that game. Meanwhile, you had somebody hold your hand, and now you're really enjoying it, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Crusader Kings is a little more complicated.
I would
but,
guess
and
so,
it's
yeah.
not multiplayer too, so you don't have the ability to go through it with somebody.
It's not just the diplomats and all that; it's all running the economy. It's fucked up, man. It's too much.
Man, so it's like a 24/7 almost game. You got to keep watch.
Well, if you pause, nothing happens.
Well, yeah.
It's not an online going thing. I don't think yet.
So
Yeah.
there is combat in Crusader Kings.
there
3
is.
what Sniper's saying.
Oh yeah, look at all these screens of the combat.
Yep.
Looks
Dude,
vicious.
look at that, man. Holy shit,
Man,
calm
just seeing-
down.
Is that a baby getting bit by a snake?
Yeah.
So their cinematic
Jesus.
trailer is
Yeah.
just like a snake crawling up a baby. Yeah. All right. Next up, Planetside 3. Another game that, Planetside 2 around for a really long time. I remember when it first came out and I was kind of excited for it. We checked it out. We played it. We didn't really like it that much. Like they were boasting this whole
global.
large-scale battle. So you partake in a little battle, but that's actually part of the larger war, and you're fighting for these territories. I don't know if the game really took off as much as they expected, but I think
they had a
some people still play it.
hardcore base that kept it alive even to today. Drew, the big thing about this game was that there was thousands of players at once on one server, and there's a large scale. Think of like a World War II. There's multiple fronts, and then before you choose where to go down, you can see where your faction. There's 3 factions, I think. You can see where like maybe they're doing really well here, so I can go down and help, or they're doing really poorly here, so I'll go and help defend. Whatever you like to do, but there's an ongoing war pushing like the front lines. The front lines are moving all the time, but it's just a first-person shooter. So you go down there and then you try to take capture points, but it's not like Battlefield 5 where there's just like you play a map and then the map's over. So this is always going on while you're sleeping. The war's going on, things are going on, and then your faction can win if they take over the whole thing, and then it all starts over.
So then a new plot of land comes open, and then you do a new plot of land, or it's just
I think it's the same planet.
Just
So it's just battle strategy every time, same battle, just different strategies.
Yeah,
Chess,
exactly. And it's been around for years and years.
Man.
So the idea with 3 is that they're going to expand it even further, and now it's going to be, instead of just being like a planet, which I think 2 was, it's the whole galaxy you're fighting for. So a lot more
So
territory.
you start taking over planets.
Yeah.
Like
But,
complete.
my problem with the game was like at the end of the day, like, yeah, okay, I am part of this larger war that's going on, but at the end of the day, I'm just dropping in and shooting people like I was in any other first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I felt like Battlefield did a much better job of giving me that sense of a large-scale war.
Even though on paper
Yeah.
it's smaller.
It's
Yeah.
because this is okay. So like it's too big. It's just too big. It's just a bunch of random people you don't know. If this was like if you actually had like 1,000-person like guild or whatever, or like
Well, you can
squad.
put together your squad and go in with your squad. I think your squad. I don't think there's a limit on your squad. Like you can have guilds within the army, but you have to get a bunch of friends that are all into Planetside 2, which I don't know one. So yeah.
And the gunplay wasn't that good. Like,
But
honestly.
conceptually, it's fucking awesome. An ongoing war that you take part in and try to sway. That's awesome.
But For Honor did the same thing, didn't they? They had like this territory thing that was going on. Like
Yeah,
it's been done
it was
before.
always going on, you know.
I feel like it's been done again, and it's been done better too. So I don't know. Maybe 3 will be good.
Hopefully.
It'll probably be free to play, I imagine.
like 2 wasn't good enough for me to actually keep like chilling. But
Your second question, Days, is going to be, why is there 2 Rays? She said, where's Chi been?
I am Chi.
It's been a rough week. No, she's opening her new
restaurant.
the restaurant that
yeah.
she works at.
Yeah.
Which
Congratulations.
tonight is her soft open. Tomorrow is.
Are we going to the hard open
I'm
tomorrow?
down to go tomorrow.
I got to talk
Yeah.
to.
It's a family.
I go
It's,
tomorrow.
it's
Tuesdays
a
are
friends
good
and
for
family
me.
thing, so we can just go.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. 'Cause,
So I mean, if you guys want to go, I mean, I'll send a text out and figure out when's everyone going. So that'd
Yeah,
be
let's
fun.
go.
Take some pictures for social media. That'd be cool.
Drew is Chi after rolling down the donut mountain. Sorry, buddy.
Out there Netflix for 6 months.
All right, next up. So this is kind of a rumor here, but somewhat confirmed. Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 remastered reportedly being announced next month. Now,
Okay.
this came from a post from someone on, I believe, Reddit, but the same person accurately predicted something from last year's BlizzCon. So it's kind of a reputable source.
Well, there's more on this, too.
Okay.
Since then. So the art book
Yes.
came out. Or
Oh, yeah, the art book.
Yeah, the art book by Blizzard, written by Blizzard, was it says that we have artwork from Diablo 2, 3, and 4. So pretty much, and they've said that they're working on 4. So
Yeah.
this year is
Yeah, it's just a matter of when they announce it.
yeah, it's most likely. I texted Chad. I was like, I'm sorry your buddy in publishing is gonna get fired, dude, because that was obviously they shouldn't have let that go.
I feel like
No,
there's always a leak, though. It's so hard to keep
That
this
leak,
stuff under wraps.
a lot of leaks are on purpose. Maybe it's something to kind of like, hey, you know, BlizzCon is next week.
Warm the fire.
Let's warm the fire a little bit, and then with all the stuff that's happening with Blizzard right now, let's kind of like send some positivity, some good vibes towards us in a way, even though we kind of suck right now.
And then they
Darth
announced
Duck
it as-
with the fucking sub gift. Thanks, buddy.
Damn, thanks, bro.
Oh, the clown lotion. Nice.
Yeah, since he doesn't pay his own way.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
All right. So, I mean, Diablo 4, I think we all kind of figured, but
Yeah.
remastered 2? That's
No,
kinda
I didn't
cool.
know that. That's
Yeah.
well,
But still,
2 is the best Diablo.
That's what a lot of people say.
yeah, a lot of people
And-
do. And they're doing this whole remastering thing of all their old games. It makes sense.
They saw how much money's WoW Classics come in.
Yeah,
and they're
right?
like, all right,
Might as well.
might as well. Maybe it'll work for our other shit.
I feel like it's dying a little bit now. People are like everyone that got excited for WoW 2, and now by now they hit 60. By now they're rating. But now they're like, fuck, I'm starting again. Fuck this. And I feel like they're falling back. They're
Although-
little by little, I see the queue because like I'll randomly just like load it or whatever. But my brother's been playing, and my brother, he's the one that just went, dude. People in my guild are leaving.
Yeah.
They have like we have people that haven't logged in.
It's
like,
about that time, though. That's what happens with every expansion. People come in, they're hot for it for a while, and then it kind of tails off.
yeah,
People drop like flies. Yeah, I mean, it was going to happen.
yeah.
All right. Next up, Half Dead 2.
Thanks, Clown. You're right. He says, I give you fuckers $10 a month. Yeah, Half Dead 2. This is interesting. Hopefully they pull this off. The reviews, can you go over it, Bobby? The reviews, what people are saying? Anyway, it's an online game where it looks like you go through deadly puzzles with other people. So maybe there's 2 or 4 of you and you work together to get through this like kind of like Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of type of puzzles. You either have to figure them out or maybe you sacrifice another dude to push him into the blade so you can get by. That's what the kind of shit it sounds like.
That looks kind of neat.
It looks kind of neat. Obviously, the graphics are hurting, and
Yeah.
and I saw the combat because you can play on like
Oh, wow.
yeah
Jesus.
and it's pretty bad, but
Well, it kinda
like
looks like that-
conceptually,
Jump.
I know.
conceptually, if they pull this off, it doesn't matter if the rest of it sucks. like it would be great if they have, let's say, 500 of these puzzle rooms, and you have to just like figure them out randomly with friends.
So I don't know how.
That'd be like Portal 2.
I don't know how like you make a game or go into making a game, but I'm looking at this trailer and I just see the guy's generic animation. Is that just because he just put in a generic animation and that's how they're gonna keep the game forever? Because why do some games look when they swing it's
Money,
like
dude.
a full
Money.
just money?
Yeah, that's what it comes down
Then
to.
this game don't deserve my money. Then
At first, the moves look like VR, like it was someone's holding those.
VR still looks like crap.
That's what I mean. It looked like a VR
Yeah, it
game.
does.
Like,
Well, this
all
game is
squared
only
out.
$5.
Okay,
Oh,
never
okay.
mind.
Makes sense.
Oh, that makes shit. It's bought then. Look, because the reviews aren't bad.
It was $349 once.
Oh, there was a half-dead one.
How did that do?
That's
Mostly
$2.
positive. $2. Shit, maybe I'll buy that one and work my way up.
No, don't.
I don't know.
Don't do that.
Dude, I like the concept. Working together to get through these little puzzle
I
rooms
thought it was
together.
neat.
That's
That's
That's the
awesome.
problem. No one works together anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you got 28 people playing that game right now.
Oh
so
man, so you'll have.
Is that
28
half that
people.
too?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna add 4 to that.
I'm done.
Wait till they get the DL gaming bump.
Oh, totally.
Oh, Drew, we're gonna need you to spend $3,000 on a computer
I'm
first.
trying to buy one, man. I'm telling you, I'll buy anybody's used old laptop that can game.
Because he doesn't want to build an actual desktop.
I don't know how to build an actual desktop.
Not that hard. Ask Emilio. Wait, never mind.
Duck will help you out, dude. He'll build you one out. Well, he won't build it for you, but he'll tell you what to get. And I'm sorry I'm volunteering you, dude, but you're the
Oh yeah, so
you're the new hardware guy since Bobby doesn't pick up the phone.
Drew's a console gamer.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Xbox, to be exact. Or can I say that or not?
So at least it's the
Yeah.
console. You can say
Oh
it.
fuck.
Oh,
The walls are coming.
we're bad, dude.
Do we have to edit that?
Oh no, we can't talk about Xbox on a PC gaming podcast.
Damn it. I knew I was going to screw up. I can't do this right. I can't do it, man.
Bobby, thank God we got that eject button.
Oh, shit.
That would be pretty funny though.
What's next? The next
Let's see.
few-
Next up is Reiko's Fragments.
Yeah, I put this up. I actually put up 2 because I thought they would be good for
This looks so cool, right?
October. So this is a lot. It reminds me of that game, the
we were
VR game that
playing?
you guys were playing,
The-
where you kill the little dudes.
Yeah.
Yes, the spoon or the things hiding under the cups. Or
Yeah, yeah. What is
yeah.
it called?
It's Tikling's House Party.
Tikling's house
Tickling's
party.
That was
house party.
fun.
Yeah.
Now, it's not. We're just talking about the part where people can take part on their phones, so you can kind of do a jump scare whenever you want.
Yeah.
When the other person's playing. Now, conceptually, I think that's great. Unfortunately, I don't think that most people on their phones when they're drunk understand pacing and like when the best time for a jump scare would be. They're probably just mashing the button anytime it comes up.
Yeah, so in that way I get it, but at the same time, when you're playing, if it's any scary game, period, and then you have a VR headset in front of you and they tell you you'll play a scary game, the moment you're putting it on, you're already like, fuck my life.
Well-
so like you could be playing and like you yourself fart and then you'll get scared. That's
I
how
will
fucked
say-
up VR is.
I will say this: when you're playing VR in a group setting or even by yourself, as soon as you put on the headset, you feel a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah.
because you're blindfolded
Yeah.
in a room, basically.
Yeah, remember when Dolphin punched me in my
Yeah.
party?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was fun.
Because you were fucking with them. There was like a fighting game, right? And then
Yeah,
you had a
the
bar
boxing
fight.
We were
glove.
playing the bar fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he punched you.
Yeah, because like we were, so he was the one that was vulnerable. He was playing the bar fight, and he was like, he was punching away, and I came up and I just grabbed the glove or something, and like I think I just like tickled him or something, and he swung and he straight up hit me in the face.
It was like a hook. He was like straight up like, wow, my
Good thing he weighs 130 pounds.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So, this all comes down to conceptually, it's great. The implementation is the way I feel. Like, hopefully, this jump scares are really good.
Is it on Steam?
I don't know. Maybe not if this is the link I put onto it, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I
Bobby.
think I think it's not on Steam. You pay for it there. You pay $29.99 or wait, no, never mind. That's the other VR game. Never mind.
So,
Wrong
Drew,
game.
Duck says it's a piece of pie to build one. Honestly, hit me up and I'll spec one for you. That means he'll virtually put the parts together. Then you just order them, and then you tell him your budget, and then there you go.
All right, give me some time because I'm a little short. But once I get this nice check,
You're not going to grow anytime soon. Oh, you meant money.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm growing soon. Trust me. It's been growing.
All right, so no price on this Reiko's Fragment game, but it is coming out October 28th, right around the corner here.
Oh shit. We might need to do a party.
Bobby, I put highlights in there that aren't there. Oh, never mind. I guess it's just a short word. Okay, never mind. Move it on.
All right, next up, Empire of Sin.
So this is a turn-based strategy, isometric view, much like fucking XCOM, but it's put in gangster days. So kind of like Al Capone, Tommy Guns, stuff like that. The voice actor kind of sold me on it. Romero game. Somebody was asking me if that was John Romero's.
It's not.
Bobby. Is that possible?
No, we talked about that already, didn't we?
Well, I don't know.
On the podcast, we saw Romero. We're like, is that Romero from the movies? And we're like, no.
No, because I clicked on Romero games, and this is the only one that they had. It doesn't look like a John Romero game, so I don't think it is.
Yeah,
But-
doubtful.
Yeah, doubtful. But funny to name yourself Romero Games. Anyway, looks
The
pretty
guy's
cool.
last name's Romero, dude. It's not a big deal.
You know what? Maybe it is actually.
Let's look it up.
Click on it.
No, there was a news
No, I
article
did already.
about this. There was some relation to it. Like I think as kind of like an honorary thing, they put one of his older relatives in the game or something.
Oh, gotcha.
I remember reading a news article about it months ago.
So, Drew, real quick.
Yeah.
John, right?
Yeah.
John Romero and John Carmack basically started PC gaming.
Oh wow.
So for something to come out like John Romero Games, you think it has something to do with them.
with
but
the pioneers
dude-
of.
Yeah. Well, they're still working. They're still alive.
Yeah, they're still
fucking
doing it.
things. Yeah.
But you don't think the quality is what they would normally be, or what?
It just doesn't look like one of his
feel them?
games. He usually does first-person shooters. Anyway, looks pretty good.
looks nice.
And turn-based strategy is one of my favorite combat systems. So, and the voice acting just on the trailer, I really liked it too. So hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Paradox, they make good games.
No price. Release date is spring 2020.
Yep.
Empire of Sin. All right. Next up, Disco Elysium. We already talked about this one.
Did we? Mm-hmm. We covered it?
I think you guys covered it on an episode that I wasn't here.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Well, since then it's come out and people
People are loving it,
fucking
right?
going nuts about this game, dude.
What's so great about it, man?
So I think it.
Everyone's recommending it to Bobby. I noticed on the
Yeah.
Discord.
So I ended up sending him a copy. So hopefully he'll play it by next week. So first of all, the hand painted. It looks like oil paintings. The whole game does. It looks really sweet. But beyond that, I think a lot of. I'm just going off of what I've heard. How do I put this? You're interacting with people. There's no combat. It's all just dialogue and your responses to to the dialogue. But I believe that you get influenced by things that you have in your body. So like, fuck. How do you explain
Wait,
it?
is first of all, do you attack, fight, nothing?
No combat whatsoever.
Oh, then fuck this game. No,
Yeah, honestly.
done.
It's all just dialogue.
It's just
Well, there's fighting. They just
so
you
it's
just punch
suck them in the
somebody.
face.
so it's Divinity 2 without
the combat.
none of the combat.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so like.
why?
Much like an RPG, if you were trying to like persuade somebody, it would have a persuasion roll. But if you're good at persuasion, you put points into persuasion, then you have a higher chance of persuading that guy. But something about this game is making it really good. I guess it's the writing, because nobody has one bad word to say about it. It's like a 94 on Metacritic, and that's pretty unheard of. So I think mostly people are loving it because it's novel. Like we haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah. So that's another thing. I feel like people might be giving it this great review because there's nothing much like it. So they when they're actually playing this game, they're just seeing this really nice story and they're getting involved in it. And they're like, this is awesome. But that I don't know. For me, it's not something I would play ever.
It feels like almost like a Second Life kind of thing. Like I noticed there it says be a hero.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
It's like you're trying to be an alter ego of something you want to do in real life, but you can't, so you do it in this game.
Yes, but so you can pick your kind of like archetype. You can be the tough guy or like a sensitive person or whatever.
Okay.
But on that, I think you have to roll the game rolls dice for you on how good you're going to be on those stats. And then even Days was telling me that when she rolled her character's name, it was a dice roll, and she got shitty numbers, so it gave her a fucked up name. And people make fun of her character's name, while she's playing the game.
That's messed up.
Yeah. And she has to live with that shit, you know?
Like, it's stuck. You're done. Like,
Yeah. So who knows, man? And you know what? If you think about it, fucking getting your name in life is a dice roll. You have nothing to do with it.
It is,
Yeah.
I didn't ask this for this fucking name.
Days, did I do a good job? Is there something I should say that I haven't actually said? Oh, yeah, you can play as Raphael Constantine, the douche. Yeah, so I let Bobby's really good at breaking down games and
I feel like
saying what they really
it's
do.
Just,
So
I don't know. It's just if you would make everyone that plays games play this. Well, then again, that goes for every other game, right? But I mean, if you put this game for a lot, like for me to play, Drew to play, you to play, and we all actually give in like 10 hours into the game, we probably won't like it. It's probably, but it's just so like the rating.
Maybe
it's just I don't know, because I've seen some great ratings. But it was only reviewed 20 times because a lot of companies didn't even want to play the game because it just wasn't for them. I've seen that happen on Metacritic, so I don't know how many.
we'll see next week. When Bobby, will you have any time?
Oh yeah, I'll be able to play this next week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't think a game like this has broad appeal. Like I wouldn't probably recommend this to my friends who play console games or
The
anything.
reviews don't.
Drew, don't
match
play
that,
this.
No.
No, who knows? You might like
download
it.
the app.
We got one more, Bobby.
One more. Let's see.
Yeah, A Beast Inside. I only put this up there because
Sounds
it's
dirty.
October and it's a scary scary game time.
I'll give you A Beast Inside.
Ooh.
For 2 minutes.
You got me shook. I can't. Too furious.
I'm tired.
2 furious minutes.
The beast is tired. It's a scary game and it's getting good reviews, which most scary games don't. So I just put it up here so one of you guys that like scary games can play it. Not me though.
Well, that's probably a good time to talk about Outlast 2, which I have been playing this week. Scary games. I've been trying to get into them because Halloween's coming up, but I don't know, man. I feel like every scary game is this whole run and hide. You don't have any power. You can't shoot anybody or kill anybody.
Yeah,
And,
I mean-
that was kind of novel. First of all, I love the first Outlast and the Whistleblower DLC. Like, that came out in 2013. I thought it was the best, scariest game I ever played. Well, except for Dead Space, maybe. But going back and playing Outlast 2, now after, 6 years have passed, I don't know. It's not quite the same because there's been so many of those types of games. Because, for the longest time, we had all these first-person shooters that were just it's all about getting more powerful and, just having agency and killing people and everything. And then all of a sudden here comes this game where it's like they take all that away from you.
Yeah.
All you do is run and hide and you get like a little video camera and a nightlight. And, I played several of those games and I did enjoy them, but, after a while it just kind of wears on you and I
It's a
feel like they're
weird
resorting
balance.
to a lot of jump scares too. Like it's not this type of horror that builds up and scares you in the story. It's just more of this
That's crazy. I don't remember the story.
of which one? Outlast 2?
Outlast 2.
So the story in this one is it has nothing to do with the first Outlast. The first Outlast, you were like this journalist or something
Yeah,
speaking
journalist.
into an insane asylum where you heard there was like inhumane treatment of the patients. So you go in there and I kind of like that because it's like, okay, you're a journalist, you want to get in there and you know how journalists are. They're always sticking their noses where they shouldn't be and getting in too deep. And then there's a point at the game where he's like, all right, I'm in way too deep. I've seen some real messed up stuff. I got to get out of here. And then the rest of the game is about escaping that. And then the Whistleblower DLC, you're playing as, I think, someone who worked for that company, and you're like discovering this stuff too. And you kind of cross paths with the other guy, and the stories kind of happen simultaneously. I thought it was really, really cool. But this one, first of all, is a lot longer than the first game. And I don't think these types of games work past a 6-hour mark. This game, I'm at about 8 hours on it, and I'm going through it pretty slow, but I probably got a few more hours of it, and it's really wearing on me. But the plot in this one is, again, you're like a journalist who's trying to investigate something that happened with a lady that was murdered, I think, and you're in a helicopter, it crashes, like a cult takes your wife away, you go to try and find her, and then you have to sneak through this cult area, but then they're like warring with this other faction who's trying to wipe out the cult, and they're super religious.
I remember that.
So yeah, it's not really hitting as hard as the first one did, and it's outdoors too. So the first one all inside in this insane asylum. Every now and then you get outside, but this one you're in cornfields, you're walking through houses. Like it's got much more of an open feel.
Yeah.
It looks great, looks fantastic.
Oh, nice.
And honestly, it's probably a better game than the first one, but I think just playing so many of these games kind of ruined it for me. I'll recommend another obscure one. There's one called Dread Out, I believe it was. I think they made a sequel to this.
Is that the one that made you?
Outlast 2 had those really, I did like, weren't there school scenes where like you're walking through the school?
Yeah, you have these hallucinations and you go to a school. Yeah.
That was like, those were neat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ending is cool. I think I liked the ending.
The ending was good.
I think, well, it was
That's
good.
tough to do, scary.
Yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of the endings in most of these games are kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Some super crazy, like, and then the whole world never existed. Like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This one was cool. It's because, dude, a lot of horror games are just, or it was all a dream.
No, but
I don't
get scared on video games. Like,
You haven't played the right ones.
Yeah.
like even the VR ones. I remember you showed me a VR. I'm like, I wasn't jumpy.
Well,
Like,
a
I
lot
may
of these-
jump here, but I'm not like,
Yeah.
Here's my excuse on that, dude. I say the reason that some people are better at video games and some people are worse is that, like, some people are immersed, like they feel like they're in the game, and those same people are susceptible to. That's why I'm amazing at games and I don't play scary shit.
well, even though the VR one, like the VR with the falling one, or with the elevator, you go up. The test one, you go on a plank. That I was like, oh shit, I'm high up when I really wasn't. But we were walking on a fake plank, I think.
Yeah.
Bobby, I think you
No, it
kinda
was a real plank.
Fuck off. Look at the board.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these scary games, they rely on jump scares. And why does this audio keep playing? Okay, but they rely on jump scares. It almost feels like, those carnival rides, even if you've never been on one, you've seen it, where you're like being pushed along tracks on a wagon and like a Dracula pops out and goes like, boo, or like a ghost drops down.
Right.
I see what you mean.
That's what like all these games feel like. And the thing about jump scares, it's like, fine, you can do those, but they're cheap. They wear off like 5 seconds after it happens. Like you shake that off reil easily. Like
You want something that keeps you up at night?
Yeah, like I want a game that I find like disturbing or like
Psychologically disturbing. See, not me.
Well, so
neither
like,
one. I'll take neither one.
like that would make sense because like I was I wanted to play Visage this week and didn't happen. I didn't play a single game, but that game I want to play it because it's like a Silent Hill.
Ish. Or you hope it is.
Well, it's like a PT clone, the Silent Hill
Right.
the clone.
Yeah.
And but it's like they made a full game out of it. So the atmosphere, the story, the everything, you're kind of just scared because you're reading it and you're like, oh, that happened, and you're like, as you're reading or hearing the story, and then you see something, then you have the jump scare. It fits, not just you're playing Resident Evil.
It feels earned.
Yeah, it feels earned. But I would love one that really just fucks with your head. Like, have you seen Joker yet?
Yeah. I was thinking about Joker.
Isn't it fucking
after.
with your head?
It wasn't fucking with my head, but I thought about it a lot afterwards.
Yeah, right.
I really
but
like that
really,
film.
That's such a great movie.
I was hitting it. Hold on.
It's a great movie. Watch it.
It's just really good, dude.
Yeah, you should really watch it.
Should I go take a break?
Yeah.
And
I think
this is a point of contention that we've had, Bobby, and but it's kind of like I'm a sidelight cheerleader trying to put in my fucking 2 cents because I don't play these games. But you were saying that jump scares don't carry as much weight, and I guess that's true. But you were saying Five Nights at Freddy's isn't scary, but meanwhile you were jumping out of your chair. So like, and it doesn't wear off. Like I played Five Nights at Freddy's for over 2 hours, and I could not play. Like
And every time you jump,
it's so scary. So that I think that carries some weight if it's done that well.
I
don't know. I feel like they have diminishing returns. But the thing that scary movies do and scary video games don't really do is a scary movie has calm parts, has funny parts, has lighter parts, and they kind of reset. And scary video games are always just like
in your face over and over
on the edge. When's a scary company? This is creepy and building up.
That's what I was saying about that game where the people are going to scare you. It's like the people don't know when the best time to scare you is. Well, they're just going to be mashing their scare button.
That's why Silent Hills, I feel like, are great games. Like they have
good pacing.
They have really good pacing. It's very like it's like a movie. It's like you're playing. You get the whole little intro. It's chill. A little bit of comment here or there. Some shit scares the crap out of you. Once you start getting really into the story, you're like, these people are fucked up. Yeah. But then you have nice little pretty areas.
Like Dead Space. Dead Space did it really well because it took on more of a cinematic look. There wasn't much of a UI. It kind of it felt like the story of Dead Space 2 was disturbing. And I know a lot about Dead Space because my next movie review is going to be a Dead Space Aftermath. But Dead Space, I didn't realize this until I watched it for the second time. It's like Lovecraftian. It's cosmic horror. Like it's that deep, unsettling thing. Like, oh, aliens created us. We're insignificant as a human race. Like, oh shit, okay, that's crazy. Like it's got a larger thing other than just the boo monster.
And there's baby heads on spider bodies, which is fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's got Lovecraftian monsters.
That was in 9, I think. The cartoon 9.
Cartoon 9. I don't know.
Remember back in the day, all the
Tim
little.
Burton.
Oh yeah.
Remember like back in 08, 09?
Almost claymation? Was that claymation?
No.
CGI.
Yeah.
I like that movie, to be honest.
It wasn't that, dude. It's a million of them attacking you at once, going.
Oh hell no,
dude! It's awful. Awful.
There's some crazy stuff in Dead Space, but I don't know. Dead Space 2, I didn't like nearly as much. But Outlast 2, like I don't want to make it sound like this is a bad game. It's probably even better than the first one. You know, like as far as the game goes.
The first one.
Too much of a good thing, Bob?
Yeah, I don't know, but I really did like the story more in the first one. I like the whole sneaking into the insane asylum, and that kind of made some sense. Like this feels like Resident Evil 7 to me, almost. Like I play this and I'm like, I feel like I should be playing Resident Evil 7 here.
Yeah.
Which you never finished, right, Bobby?
No.
And you liked it, right? Or not enough to finish?
I mean, it was pretty good, but I think I had kind of the same reaction to this game. Or same reaction to that as I did this, where I was just kind of like, oh, run and hide. All right. Yeah, I mean, I've done that before. You know.
Drew, well, I guess ask you guys, is Outlast on consoles?
Yeah.
Oh, then you should definitely play it.
Well, yeah, he's talking about how it's pretty much just a run and hide game. Like,
yeah, but dude, if you haven't played one, it's going to make you shit your pants.
Yeah, I mean,
this is like the scariest game out there.
Amnesia or the Pigs one, or like any one of them will do. Dread Out is kind of a weird, well, that one wouldn't be on console, but that was a weird one, but that had some good moments.
Bobby's saying like it's not working on him anymore because he's played so many of these. You haven't played one yet, so it's going to be really good.
Like that,
you're gonna really enjoy it.
Like that makes sense.
If you like scary games,
give me like if you can text me like a game to download on the Xbox, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, Xbox is actually really
because I won't remember if you tell me not to be honest. Like, not to be a dig, but.
Well, there was another game that I wanted to check out. I'm going to be playing Disco Elysium this week, obviously, but my plans was to play Pathologic 2. I've had a few people recommend that game. Pathologic. Yeah, I mean, it came out not too long ago, but it wasn't like a huge release, and there was an original one.
What is it?
Thanks for stepping all over my beast inside, Bobby. Like, you didn't even look at it before you just, hey, and Outlast 2.
I know.
Maybe take a look at that for October, huh?
We said our sex joke about a beast inside.
Yeah. Oh, so, that was it. The only reason we had beast inside was to say a beast inside joke.
Yeah, but then Clown Lotion was like, Ray will give you a deep burning inside.
So Pathologic 2 is a survival game.
Not that deep.
So I don't know, man. You know how I feel about survival games.
See, this looks like a creepy game.
Yeah, I have seen this.
This looks creepy with no jump or.
Oh shit, the plague. That would be freaky.
Yeah, but story rich, atmospheric, survival, dark, horror. These are all the tags for it.
Horrors? I'm down.
Horror. Yep.
TJ.
$35.
Damn.
Kind of
I thought it was free.
No.
Oh, the
Dude, horses are not free.
Even if they are free, you're going to pay.
You're going to be burning by the time the end of that shit happens.
All right. Let's talk about Noita.
Noita.
You guys played it?
Yeah, I bought it.
No
I bought it late last night, but I did get some, maybe 2 hours in. Oh, boy, man. This is one of these games, again, where it's kind of like novel. It's hard to explain because there's so much to explain. Cool. It doesn't look like much. It's pixel art graphics. I wouldn't even say they're very good pixel art graphics. Sometimes it's even a little bit hard to tell what's going on by what you're seeing. But the more you play it, the more you learn. Now, their big claim to fame is that every pixel is simulated. I was wrong on my assumption of what that meant. What it really means is every pixel acts as if it was actually the chemical that the pixel is kind of representing. So if it's a fire pixel, it's going to act like real fire. If it's a water pixel, and so on and so on. So there's a ton of different chemicals and substances, and they all have chemical reactions. Just to give you one really quick, you're a wizard in a robe, and you can fly and shit, and you have wands. But just to give you one real quick, I killed a slime monster. I fell in the slime. You have an indicator when your robes are just like soaked in a certain liquid. And so I'm covered in slime. I jumped in water. I couldn't swim with the slime on my robes, and so I drowned. Oh, wow. There was no way for me to know that. This game doesn't tell you shit. You just have to keep playing until you start to learn this stuff. There's poison clouds. There's poison, but it's all flammable. So just like what just happened on the screen right now, there was poison cloud, and you couldn't get past it. He threw a torch into it. It lit all the poison on fire. There's no more poison. Now you can get through. It's stuff like you have to keep on learning and learning through play and play.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, dude. There's actually a lot of Noita artwork popping up. People are taking screen pictures of chemical reactions that are going on, and there's some crazy shit because it's such a low bit game. It doesn't look like it could ever be beautiful, but then beautiful things happen within it.
Yeah, I mean, these explosions, like I said, you can tell it's pixelated, but the art behind the reaction of the fire, of the liquid, or whatever it is, it looks pretty badass.
It looks pretty badass, dude. And so I was watching I wasn't sure about a couple things, so I started watching the developer explain it. And what he did was, let's see, he's like, look at these flying creatures. These flying creatures were like attacking him. So he threw a fireball at the ice below them, which made steam, and the steam disrupted their flight patterns, which made them fall into the water, and they couldn't swim. So that's how he killed them. It makes sense, but in order to fucking program that into the game, like so many, it seems like this is a game of a million different reactions. I can't even really equate this to another game, except for maybe Spelunky. And if you haven't played that, definitely play it. It was my game of the year, I think, way back. It's a fantastic fucking roguelike.
Spelunky?
Yeah, Spelunky's fantastic. But I think PC Gamer gave it game of the year too. Ew. Spelunky. But it's close to Spelunky, but I think it's more of a... That's more reactionary, kind of like you're playing Super Mario Brothers. This is more of a thinking man's. Like, what's going to happen if I throw this in there? Or what's going to happen there? And then most of the time when I die, it isn't through the combat. It's through some chain reaction having adverse effects, and then I'm dead because I didn't know. The combat isn't too difficult, but yeah, man. I can't say too much. I've only done like 15 to 20 runs, so I'm just scraping the surface.
So this game is early access, $18.
So this is that game you were talking about with the half pixels or fucking whatever you were trying to
Yeah, simulated pixels.
Simulated pixels.
Yeah. Well, you missed the whole thing, Ray. We can't go over it just because you went to the bathroom, even though I expect that every time I go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Small.
No, actually, no. We're kind of. I feel maybe I've done this before. Maybe you've done this before. I know you've fucking done this before.
Yeah.
But you go to the bathroom because you're like, I don't give a fuck.
But you're actually interested. yeah, you come back.
When you come back and you start hearing a little bit like, oh, fuck, I missed something.
Yeah,
like, I want to know.
Basically, it's an alchemy game.
Okay.
Like chemical reactions and how you can use them to your advantage. He just froze that thing to death. Stuff like that. Oh, there's polymorph potions where you randomly turn into a bad guy for a little bit. So I just keep pouring them on myself to see what happens. One time I turned into a boss, and I was like a huge thing, and I was just like burrowing through the level, and I could get wherever I wanted as soon as I wanted. I was like, fuck, that was awesome.
Like a quick little cheat.
Yeah, like a quick little cheat. But another time I turned into a duck. And so like
Not so hot.
not so hot.
Quack, bitch.
Yeah. So anyway, enjoying it. It's a 9 out of 10 on Steam right now. People are really enjoying this one. Like I said, they're sharing artwork. So yeah, I'll play it more. But it's early access, and you can really feel the early access. I almost want to put it on the shelf until full release, and then because I don't want to get burnt down on it while it's in early access.
Yeah.
And I've done that with a million games. At the same time, I really want to know what the fuck's going on in the story, and I've heard and read that the story is explained to you through events that happen through the game. But I can't even get to level 3, so I don't know.
Well, it seems like a game of life kind of thing where you're going to make mistakes and deal with the consequences.
Yep.
Good job with that one, Drew.
Boom.
2,000 people
Science,
playing that game right now. Not bad.
Science, bitch.
Science, bitch.
Did you watch El Camino?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, damn it.
Not after your review.
Guys, it fucking blew. No, Alana loved it. She said it was the best thing ever.
Well, I
But-
never watched the season finale because
Oh, then yeah, don't watch it.
I don't listen to Ray on reviews for movies and stuff because
I'm very hard.
he's very specific.
you're really hard.
Very fucking hard on shit.
Oh, you just
But that's
talked
because
about
I'm one of
the
those guys that
Cloverfield.
feels like he knows too much about movies and I don't know shit. But but like I'm really hard on it. It's like I have to see certain things and I have to really I have to see the work that the writer, the director put into it and be like this is fucking good. You know, or like the actors. I have to feel it. If I don't feel it, then I think it's a shit movie. I don't know. But then it could be a shit movie and I love it to death. I'm very
That's
hard
why
on reviews.
I always in game reviews and movie reviews, you have to take into account. I've said it a million times. What's going on that day? You in a good mood? You in a bad mood? You in a bad mood?
Yeah.
Look, when I went to go see Avengers Endgame, I still don't know if I like that game or that movie because I didn't like it that day. But I was on a 3-day fucking bender right before that. I was hungover as fuck in Las Vegas. And me and Sam could barely stay awake. That's the day that we conceived our baby. Because all we could do was hump, dude.
I just heard about the baby shower right now.
Oh yeah, there's a baby shower.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks to Dark Duck donating $10.
Thanks, homies.
Nice.
Fuck, he got a bonus at work. He's giving away subs.
He's asking me to do the one thing that I haven't been able to do in a while, long time.
Lasted more
Come
than
out of
10
the
minutes.
closet. Thank you. Last month, 7 minutes. Thank you, guys. You guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Bobby, anything to say?
About what?
You're not even that important to you, dude. He's not even that important to you. Who are you?
If you think about it, that's so much worse of a burn than what we said.
Bitch, you're irrelevant.
Who are you again? Oh yeah, not
I was like
not
3
Chad.
sentences behind there.
What's up, not Chad?
Oh my God.
So what were you guys gonna say?
I don't know. Let's get back on topic. This is going to be a long episode.
We're done, are we?
No.
No.
We're at about
30%.
We're doing okay.
All
I
right.
see the list. I think I'm failing.
2-finger death punch.
Yep. This is a single to 1-finger death punch. And, oh, shit. Am I wrong, Bobby? This is called 1-finger death punch 2?
Yeah, dude. Why stop making the two?
Oh. They
Next
should have
one-
fucked this up.
The next
'cause
one would be the shocker.
Oh, gross.
It's fucked up because you do use 2 fingers in this game, not 1. But anyway.
We use 2 fingers.
How can you tell
Man,
it's 2
after that, I need a
fingers?
break. Come on.
I missed
You
it.
tell it's 2 fingers, really?
Oh, 2 fingers, and then I say shocker. That's like afterwards.
Anyways.
Hey, I'm a console player. I don't get these games. I see 2-finger death punch, and I think it's a sex position.
It could be.
It probably will be.
So anyway, you're this stick figure, and you're killing thousands of dudes, and it makes it look super awesome. But really, all you're doing, it's more like a game like Rockstar.
Guitar Hero?
Yeah, but the fucking Xbox had their own version.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of.
It's a rhythm game.
Yeah. No, so what you're looking at right here is the guys that come from the left side, you use the left click to hit them, and the guys that are attacking you from the right side, you use the right click to hit them.
What are these kind of games called?
Rhythm game.
Rhythm is just a rhythm game.
Yeah, it's a rhythm game, and you can only hit them when they're in that blue area or that red area there. So you're just using 2 mouse buttons. It's an incredibly simple game, but it looks crazy.
It looks crazy. And you can't really even...
More VR games. That's what he was trying to say. And then we lost track.
What?
Exactly.
All right. You can't even really enjoy the graphics if you want to play well. At least for me. The way I play this game is kind of zone out and not think of anything. It's almost like meditation. I just let my fingers take over, and I don't look at one thing specifically. I just kind of glaze over and let it go. And yeah, so it's a great game. It's really fun to play. There's a lightsaber in it. You can do super moves.
Oh, you like the best part of a sound, right? It's hilarious.
No, you got to hear. It sounds like a lot of kung fu moves.
Does he go with the music?
No.
The hits? Oh.
No. But the animations are worth it, dude. Like crazy shit's going on. But this is a game really good for streaming. I'll probably be streaming it tonight, actually. It's better to watch than to play, I think. Just because it looks so fucking awesome.
It's satisfying to play, though.
Yeah, it is. I have a good time. Like
I don't see myself playing this for too long. I feel like it's a game that I can play for like 5-10 minutes and be like, that was neat.
This is one of the games that actually says that. When you load it up, it says this game is intended to be played in bursts. Like
that makes sense.
Not for a long time. I played it for like 2 hours yesterday. My eyes were fucking red. My fingers were red. So you can't play for that long.
It's probably like a good drunk game. You know what I mean? Like trying.
No, you'll never.
Furthest you can go, fucking.
Maybe as a drinking game, kind of thing. Yeah.
Make a drink game out of it.
We always make drinking games out of everything.
I know we do.
There's a skill.
Seriously.
There's a skill tree this time. I don't think there was in the first one, but really, it doesn't really matter because it's just messing with the likelihood. It's not like you can do an ultimate whenever you want. They just kind of happen when it's random.
As you're on that rhythm.
Yeah, you can increase the chances of it going off, but it happens when it happens.
See, this game's awesome, but it just makes me miss Guitar Hero. Like I need to find a Guitar Hero controller on eBay for like $20. I need to buy one, like a good one.
And Beat Saber is better, dude. Why would you? You're already $1,000 in on Beat Saber, so.
You think?
Yeah, dude.
That Beat Saber's sick, dude.
It's just
haven't downloaded. Have you downloaded other songs?
I had them on already. I tried it. There's a lot of because I actually wanted to play a lot of like house songs and electro songs. Like
oh, they're hard to get.
Yeah, no.
And what Rock Band? You can put in whatever on.
No, but it's just Rock Band. I love rock.
That's what I meant.
I love playing guitar.
Rock Band. That's what I was looking for.
Rock Band, Guitar Hero. Well, Rock Band's the whole thing. You know, bass, drums, singing.
Great concept.
It was fun. It was a great game. We used to have nights of just getting super. It was the rock star life, dude. We just bunch of blow. I'm joking about the blow, but it was just and
the true rock band experience.
A true rock band, yeah. So it's like seriously, it was awesome.
All the rocking, all the drugs, none of the bitches.
None of the bitches. Zero.
And the band broke up still.
Yeah, and the band still broke up. It was horrible. There's actually a picture. It was my birthday, and I had a test I had to submit a test by like midnight or something, and I started doing the math test. My friend, I was at my friend's house, and everyone comes over, and they're all playing Rock Band. They're all like without their shirts and drinking and like fucking going all out, and I'm in the back on the computer like doing my math test like fucking online.
I remember meeting a guy at a party, and I was like, "Hey, I'm Emilio," and he's like, "I'm Greg." His name wasn't Greg, but the second thing out of his mouth was, "I'm number one in the world with my band at Cherry Pie." On like that's one of the songs.
That was a Cherry Pie. That one.
Cherry Pie.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, all right, cool, man. Good for you, buddy.
Ding, 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 ding,
I'm a karaoke god. Fuck.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. I guess that's all the games we got to talk about here. Like Steam just is not coming up now, but that's okay.
Yeah, dude, I didn't play anything this week, man. It sucks, but like
Steam's been all over the place today.
I'm hoping to play this week something. Actually, I won't be playing games until I won't be back for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So
yeah.
When are you leaving?
Guadalajara.
I'm going to Guadalajara.
Tomorrow?
Guadalajara.
When are you leaving?
Guadalajara.
I know, bitch. When?
I leave on Thursday in the morning.
Ooh.
And then I come back. No, Wednesday night. Wait.
Are you
Wednesday
coming out of
night.
here?
No, we're leaving from TJ, from Tijuana.
Yeah, I was here.
Well, oh, yeah, that's it. Our
Out
backyard.
of there would have been over there. Out of here is
Tijuana.
backyard.
That's true.
Bobby, I forgot how this works. So Silent Hill Revelations on here. That means you've already put this one in the can?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's going to be out this Friday. Unless
Okay.
you're in
Thanks for cutting
Germany
me
or
off.
Austria because they copyrighted me on part of it.
Oh,
So-
take that.
Already?
Yeah. Well, no, because usually I get a copyright claim, but it says, okay, you can't monetize this, whatever. But this one was like, oh, no, can't see it in Germany or Austria. That's okay, though.
Wow.
Oh.
And we're not
that
monetizing,
keep
guys.
that
If you watch our content, you're not going to get any
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah.
Check us out on YouTube. Find out how fat we are.
Yep. I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Doom Annihilation was up last week. And this Friday is going to be Silent Hill Revelation. So this was a fun movie. It not nearly as good as the first one. Like the
No.
first one, so much better. I mean, tough act to follow, right? First one's like one of the best video game adaptations. But these are my favorite kind of movies where they came out in like 2010 to 2012 when we were going through this whole 3D phase.
Yeah.
So everything's just like boom, popping out at the screen, like blah, blood splatter.
Did you watch it in 3D?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
I did.
But there's a lot of scenes that are meant for that. And one of my favorite movies, Dread, like that was during this time period as well. And yeah, there are scenes that
Yeah.
are definitely meant for 3D.
So let me get it right, Bobby. Do you like it because it tried and failed, or do you actually really like them taking this extra step?
Well, because 3D movies, like, they kind of came and went, but they also did the same thing, like, back in the 50s or something, and it's a different kind of movie. It's just like, hey, we're just going to, like, throw some shit at you. You know, kind of
Yeah.
like what I was saying earlier about, like, the ghost dropping down on the carnival ride. It's those kind of things. It's a fun ride, but really there's not a whole lot of substance
Sure.
to those movies usually.
And it's got Jon
But you
Snow.
just said it's one of your favorite kinds of movies.
It's got Jon Snow.
Well, I just find it interesting, like an interesting period
look
of
at him.
time,
Oh, that's
because
right.
it's very obvious when you see these
Yeah.
movies come out. So I'm just like, oh yeah, 3D movie. That shot's just for the 3D.
Like, what was the...
Dread, what you're talking about?
oh, my
the falling
God.
down part.
Harold and Kumar 3D was just
Yeah.
made for 3D.
Oh yeah, that was the first movie my girlfriend ever.
And it's so
we ever
good.
saw together.
Jackass 3D,
Jackass 3D.
maybe the best.
And it
3D.
has those special, just only... They're meant... You know, the movie was meant for 3D.
Yeah, and it was when that real 3D came out. Like that's what they were calling it.
Nothing... Yeah.
Yeah, and the first movie I ever saw like that was called My Bloody Valentine, I think. And there was a part where the guy's on the porch, he's got a shotgun, and he kind of just pans it over the porch like that, and you can just see it sticking out into the audience. I'm like, you know, they do stuff like that
Yeah.
that's just for the 3D effect. And, you know, they're fun. Or they had a Final Destination like that. Like, these are not like good movies, especially if you don't watch them in 3D, but they're fun. And that's kind of where Silent Hill Revelation falls. Like, it's a lot more thrown together, slapdash. It doesn't have that slow burn, atmospheric feeling as the first one.
It doesn't.
But, you know, it's just like a lot of like action and fun parts. It's got 2 Game of Thrones guys. We got Sean Bean coming back as Harry, and then also Kit Harington really doing a bad job of hiding his accent. He's just like, hey, I'm your normal high school chum here, just chatting you up, and it's
Hello,
like
bloke.
totally with this accent. It's
Bobby,
not working, man.
I'm glad I have a movie guy here. What do you think about my theory that the reason that so many foreigners get American roles is because it's more impressive when they're auditioning, when they come in and they're like, hello, hello, hello. Hi, how's it going? And they get that like an extra 10% because it's impressive that they can jump over. And so
Well, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of movies. I mean, this and Doom Annihilation both had European actors doing poor American accents. The reason why you see a lot of European actors in
this is not
portraying-
cinema, Bobby. This isn't video game movies
Okay.
shouldn't be taken as
No,
like
no, but
as
I
a
understand
grand-
the question. But
This
the
one,
answer to that-
Scorsese.
this one was
Yeah.
good.
No, this one, I mean, it spent a lot of time outside of Silent Hill, too. So
Yeah.
there a lot of time in the real world. So it did well, though. I mean, $20 million was the budget on this, and it looks way more expensive than that. I was like, really? $20 million? That's it? I would have guessed a lot more. The first one cost $50 million to make. This one only made $57 million, which not bad on that budget. And the second one, I'm sorry, the first one on a $50 million budget made $97 million. So
Yeah.
honestly, this is like pretty profitable movie, but the reviews were pretty much in the tank.
The thing about this movie. Go ahead, Drew.
No, please.
So this movie was just when you play Silent Hill 3, which is a great Silent Hill.
Yeah, this is based off Silent Hill 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I watched it, it was just like, oh fuck! Like it's got that carnival. It's got this. It had so many scenes from Silent Hill 3.
Because you were still so into.
Because I was still so into Silent Hill
3.
Yeah,
It boosted, and really, that's what these things. That's what these movies are for.
Yeah, so like
A lot of
a true fan of Silent Hill, really, well, they love both.
Really
Good looking.
I could see them because I was familiar with the first Silent Hill, and I think even if you hadn't played that, the first movie still stands on its own.
Yeah,
this
it
one
does.
you definitely, because the plot is pretty rough in this one. It's just like,
Drew.
wait, who's doing what and what now?
Just so you know, Bobby reviews a video game movie every week, and
Nice.
they're almost all shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're video game movies.
And
Yeah, video game movies. That's period.
And I
mean,
think the
they're for
number one,
entertainment.
the number one is Silent Hill,
Silent
the first
Hill.
one. Like, right?
Well, that
Bobby?
and Doom.
Would you say?
Yeah.
Which
The
Doom?
Doom one, the one with The Rock, and
I mean, if you ask people
just
out
because
there,
The Rock though it got big, that's the only reason. I mean, Jumanji
saying
got
good
huge because of
movie.
The Rock
What's your
Good
favorite
movie.
video game movie?
playing the video game.
No, what's your favorite video game movie?
Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Bobby, you didn't answer my question.
no, okay. So going back to your question, the reason that you see a lot of Europeans playing Americans is because there's no roles for Europeans. There's like a million more jobs
Yeah.
in American cinema than there are. So
But
like,
there are good actors that
yeah,
are
like
American.
everybody who
And
gets
then you're-
good in
and the-
Australia or UK, they just come right over here and get jobs.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And then you're in Europe, and they want American actors in Europe
Because Hollywood is in Hollywood.
exactly.
obviously.
So they want people to have an American accent in Europe.
Who are the most notable ones? The guy that plays House, like I had no
Robert
idea.
or Huey or
Hugh something.
Colin
Had
Farrell.
No.
the fuck?
The fuck?
I don't know, man.
Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he has still a heavy accent though.
I mean, are
No,
you talking
Colin-
about people who can disguise their accents? Or you
Colin
Best,
Farrell.
yeah.
I don't
think
know.
Colin Farrell.
Tom
Gary-
Holland was a shock
Liam
to me.
Neeson. Neeson.
Tom Holland still has an I still see his accent in Spanish.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, a little bit.
He
Yeah,
sounds
Christian
like a kid
Bale
from
does a
Brooklyn
pretty
to me.
good job of hiding his accent. But if you want to see a real
Christian Bale,
Christian
yeah.
Bale, if you want to see a
Christian
real
Bale.
chameleon, dude, Gary Oldman. That guy,
Oh,
he's played
yeah.
so many different kinds
Yeah.
of roles. Like,
I always thought Colin Farrell because like I actually never knew Colin Farrell was like from like.
Bobby, can we
Colin-
pull up Gary Oldman different accents?
He's Irish.
See if it comes
Irish
up.
guy.
He's Irish. I think.
Irish.
Or Scottish, right?
Irish.
What is he? Colin Farrell? Do you know? Irish, Scottish.
Irish.
one of those.
See, Clown Lotion says he had no idea that Hugh Jackman was Australian.
Oh, then dude, come on.
Wow, you will always lie.
I've never seen anybody. I mean, I like the guy. I've never seen anybody need more attention than that. Do you know he does a one-man show, like a
Like
Broadway?
on Broadway show, yeah.
Just
I heard
just
about
him,
it. Just him.
just him, and an orchestra. I don't know what he sings, I guess, but man, you need some attention.
Yeah, don't you feel he sort of overdoes it too much in the Broadway part and not enough in the Hollywood part? I get that feeling.
Hey, dude, he's crushing it.
And
Not anymore.
We're doing a podcast in the garage.
What do you
like,
hey, you gotta
mean?
start somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like after he's done Wolverine, what do you care about him anymore?
After Swordfish, I didn't know who he was. So Swordfish, and then I figured out who he was when Wolverine happened. Other than that,
and then
he always
after
knocks it out
all,
of the park. He's a good actor. He's a great actor.
give me a film in the last, not Logan, and nothing Wolverine. Give me the last film that you were like, holy shit, he's a great actor.
Chick flicks.
He was in Chappie. He was good in Chappie.
yeah,
was he
he
in
played the dog, the
He's
scientist.
a security guy.
Yeah, the security guy, sorry.
The guy who kept pushing, like, well, basically the
Scientist, security
Ed 209 from RoboCop. I don't know, the big mech machine. Yeah, he was a security guy in that. I thought he did a really good role. Because he was a bad guy in that movie. Like, not like straight up like evil mustache twirling villain, but he was
Yeah.
like
He's a paranoid kind of robot's gonna take
Speaking
over.
of mustache trolling villain, did you see the new Sonic? He actually
what
looks
happened with
normal.
Sonic?
Looks normal.
I haven't seen the new one.
They have some fun.
What's normal when it comes to Sonic, man?
Well,
I'm
he
so
looks like
mind
Sonic.
You know what
fucked up.
happened?
Yeah, he's doing like three different rewrites or something, or
Reshoots.
reanimation.
Reanimation.
Because that shit was retarded.
And he's off the podcast.
Sorry, is that one of those? I knew there was
That's a stress word.
I knew it.
Okay, so there's a new trailer, is what you're telling me.
I saw pictures.
Oh, okay.
I saw actual pictures.
Dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand people are upset about this movie and, like, the way that he looks and everything.
No, dude. You could not go to cinema.
Do you want me to pull up, like, a picture of, like, Super Mario Bros. 93?
But that, we're talking about nowadays.
Luigi, that shit was sick.
New images of redesigned Sonic emerge.
We're talking about, like, Game of Thrones has better CGI than most movies that comes out.
Yeah, it does.
You have to come up to that
they
level.
Also have, like, a huge budget. Man.
And movies should too. Like
Not every movie.
I think they spent it all on like Jim Carrey.
Oh,
They spent it all on Jim Carrey.
I want to see the new Sonic. All I'm seeing is Beyonce.
that's Sonic?
That's Sonic. He looks like Beyonce. So they actually replaced Sonic with
It would do
Beyonce.
so much better.
I know, right?
I wake up like this.
Imagine how much money that movie would make.
How much money
ridiculous.
Beyonce would take
It'd be
from that
ridiculous.
movie?
It'd be ridiculous. It would beat Marvel.
It would, dude. It wouldn't even have to
They
be.
have that right there. Those
Oh,
pictures.
that's better. I could already tell.
It looks more like the video game, more like the cartoon back in the day.
Yeah.
The other dude looked like a fucking like a little millennial mistake.
Yeah.
A millennial mistake.
Yeah,
That actually makes sense.
dude. It could even be a picture of Beyonce superimposed that moves around with no
Better
animation.
than that.
And that would make not millions,
Way better.
billions. That would, I would pay for that shit. I would go right away. Go, dude, let's go watch this shit and laugh.
You know all the girls would.
All the girls would. Queen Bee.
Yep.
Oh my God, Queen
Oh my God,
Bee.
we see the queen.
So to wrap up Silent Hill Revelations, Bobby, check out our YouTube channel. Do we have our proper YouTube now?
Did we get it yet?
I don't know. I think
We have
should
like
be
180.
eligible. It's been about a month, I think. Maybe not quite.
Do you guys have to click on it? Click on something? Because maybe we have to click on something.
Yeah, we probably have to click on something.
Well,
But for now, click on
we haven't clicked on it yet.
Don't skip
DLG.
this step.
Sniper, right now.
Well, we had to make
Click
a
on
month. We had to go a month when we made some change. I don't know if it's been that long, but you can at the bottom of the podcast, the show notes on the podcast. I always link the YouTube channel
Clicking
there,
it, but
so you can find it there. To dlgaming.net. It's a link there as well.
yeah, the YouTube one is /YA3 lowercase b,
And then that symbol for
the
a dick.
symbol for a penis, and another 5.
Is that a computer joke? Because I don't get it.
No, because you know when
It's
you
a
click
really
on a
long
link, it has a bunch
URL.
of random characters.
Oh, like the percentage sign and then
Yeah.
So on YouTube, if you want to have your personalized YouTube channel, you have to have at least 100 subscribers. Then YouTube will let you have like youtube.com/.
But also a
the
month.
name. Oh.
It's
And we just got started
subs
last
and
month.
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed you guys.
Yeah.
So-
I subscribed. I follow.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
And now you're here. And that can happen to you too.
No, I'm Chi after a sex change.
That can happen to you too.
Bitch.
3 big guys, 3 big.
I'm not a guy, I'm Chi.
That's true. Damn, Chief.
So next week is going to be Dead Space Aftermath. This is a movie that takes place in between Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. I really liked it when I first saw it like 10 years ago or 2011 when it came out, and actually enjoyed it just as much watching it again. So I'm excited to talk
cool.
about that one. All right. Time for some news.
Sure.
Sure. Fuck it.
All right. First up, Humble Bundle's monthly bundle is getting more expensive, but you'll get to choose your games.
I got the email. I saw this, and I didn't know what the hell.
subscribed?
So so I thought this was neat. I resubscribed because they had
Some shit you wanted.
yeah, the Dragon game, Crash Bandicoot,
Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro, and I got Call of Duty, which you can have. I have the code there, but you need a PC. But
Dick.
but I got it, and then I got the email, and it said since you are a subscriber, you still get to pay $12. So I still pay $12 a month.
You get grandfathered in. You can still do that as of right now. If you get the $12 a month, you can sign up for that right now, and you get grandfathered in. But what they're changing it to, let me see if I can bring up
Hold
the
on, Bobby.
visual here.
Let me cut you off a little bit.
All right.
So if you sign up right now for the
There you go.
what they have now, you're not only your grandfathered in, you'll get the Classic Plus, which you won't be able to get
Anymore
forever.
Yeah.
So and it's by far the best deal out of any of the options.
Yep.
So the best thing to do is to sign up right now, and you get 20% off the Humble Store. I think in perpetuity, which means because Humble Store gets brand new games, right? Mm-hmm. So that means you're going to get 20% off a $60 title day one. So right there, you're getting your $12 a month.
Yeah.
On top of that, they have a trove, which means there's some games that you can play on there, but it sounds like it's lacking right now. But I'm going to do it. I've never signed up for that. Well, I signed up once. But if you're ever going to do it, right now is the best time so that you can get grandfathered into Classic, which you'll never be able to do again. Mm-hmm. And you get 10 games a month that you get to choose.
You get to choose. That's the best
for
part.
$12.
And then 20% off.
That's better than the Game Plus. Right?
You get 10 games a month. You don't get to choose them, though. You just get the 10 games. It'll be exactly like it is right now.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do...
If you have the basic, you get to choose.
So, yeah, it's really weird the way that they're marketing this. They're calling it Humble Choice now, and it makes it sound like, oh, cool, I get to choose my games. Yeah, you do, but you get less of them, and you have to pay more. Mm-hmm. So for the basic version, you pay $15 a month, and out of those 10 games, you get to choose 3 of them. So... you're paying more and you're getting less. You can get the premium one where you get to choose 9 of the games, and that's $20 a month. But yeah, so obviously if this, now's the time to sign up for it, get grandfathered in. I mean, maybe that's the real reason.
But look, Bobby, choice is checked under Classic. I read the article. See choice?
Then I wonder how many games do they usually offer with the Humble Bundle? Because I used to sign up
9
for
or
it.
10, right?
Yeah, it's usually around 10 games.
Hey, listen. If you end up fucking subscribing for 2 months and you get all the shit you want, good. Then, do for 2 months and then get rid of it. That sounds.
It's just Humble Bundle. It's just such a bitch, dude. I swear. It's like I have had Humble Bundle for years, and then I'll get a good game. I love it. Next month I'll get 1 or 2 games. I'm like, dope. Next month, nothing. I'm like, fuck it.
Nothing
Next
that
month,
you want.
Nothing I want. Yeah. And then like 3-4 months pass.
And you forget about it.
And I'm just like, no, I have forgotten about it.
Yeah.
But when I don't forget about it, and it's just like, oh, this month sucked too. Nothing I wanted. You know what? I'm gonna cancel. And I cancel in the next month, like 5 games I wanted, and I'm like, fuck you, because you can't get them anymore.
Yeah. And they tell you what games are going to be in the bundle, but they only tell you like 1 or 2 of them
until
just to tease it.
This was before when they only teased the main one.
Oh, okay.
When you only paid the $12 because this was like the most expensive game.
I mean, it's a value, but it's also like you get a lot of stuff that you may not necessarily be interested in.
A lot of the reason I have so many games in my library is the Humble Bundle.
So still, $12 a month isn't a lot.
It's not.
And the problem with the other one is, shout out to Cricket Soldier. He gave us DLG like 70 games that he never. He just had the codes.
Because he's never gonna add them.
Yeah, so I put them on Discord up for free. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I took the pick of the litter, and then I put the rest out on there. But
I might have gotten 1 or 2.
He's done that again with another like 25 games. And that's the problem with Humble Bundle. You end up with piles and piles of trash you don't want to play. And this new format, I don't mind paying more if you're going to get more of what you want.
This month isn't bad, dude. Crash, Spyro, and Call of Duty World.
I mean, Crash Bandicoot alone is like
a great
$12 for Crash Bandicoot. That's like $40 on Steam.
I know. And then Spyro's also a great game. It's very similar.
And by the way, Bobby, so speaking
2 PlayStation games on the console, 2 console games on a fucking PC.
Speaking of Steam, I clicked on the Paradox Interactive deal that they have going on Steam.
Yeah,
and I see Surviving Mars is 22% off. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's literally free on Epic right now.
And it was on Humble Bundle 2 months ago.
I got it on Humble Bundle.
Yeah. It was recently on Humble Bundle.
Yep.
So yeah, and you always know which games are kind of making the rounds, like the ones that are a little old, like nobody's buying them anymore, so they always end up on these types of bundle sites.
Say when.
All right, next up, Blizzard slammed over China's censorship by top U.S. lawmakers.
So, yeah, it's funny because, I don't want to get too political. And
political.
I want to talk about this, too.
We got Trump and Hornblower.
We got rid of our political channel and our science channel Science because it was too politically charged, and
Yeah, man, right?
politics because we're a gaming podcast.
Make love.
It's not our job.
Not war.
It's not our job to give you a place to have political discourse. I'm guilty of it. I would go on there and argue all the time. It's kind of fun.
I stopped completely because you know me. I'd like to argue. So
yeah, it's just like
I'm
a place
wrong,
to
and I'll
argue.
argue.
And what's arguing going to happen? Like, what's that going to bring? It's just going to become discord.
Animosity.
Yeah, it's just we are a PC gaming podcast. We do have other channels on there for fun, and let's all get to know each other. But let's by taking those off, it's not because we don't want you to. You guys can still bring it up, but just keep it.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, we can't really ask our moderators to deal with all
Exactly.
that. I
Yeah.
mean, like 90% of their work is like dealing with that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
So we just we took it off, and then but like still be part. You're still part of our channel. You're still part of it's just don't take it. Like we're taking stuff away from you guys. It's like.
And here's another thing. There was 2 political posts after we got rid of politics. One I deleted, one I didn't. One I deleted because it had nothing to do with games. The other one was tied into games. And so I was like, oh, that's gaming related. So I left it. I don't know if that's the hard, fast rule, but that's how it felt to me. And ultimately,
Maybe we shouldn't delete them and let's play them out.
Well, I told him. I was like, hey, we're Conius, looking at you. I was like, hey man,
right
we're
now.
trying to get away from the Warconius, We're trying to get away from the political stuff. So anyway, on that, man, our gaming and politics getting super buddy
dude.
recently.
Mixed.
Especially because of Blizzard. I've been following this super closely. What's interesting is AOC or AOC and Ted Cruz, who couldn't be further opposed from each other politically, actually came together and wrote an open letter to Blizzard being like, hey man, we're not cool with what you've been doing. And tons and tons and tons of gamers have been doing the same thing. They're deleting their Blizzard accounts because they don't like what Blizzard's been doing. They're they're taking China's side on this.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think that with the lawmakers all agreeing on this, I mean, it's a bigger issue than just Blizzard. I mean, Blizzard is kind of like at the forefront of.
well, they
some of
wrote
this.
it to Blizzard.
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, they mentioned Tim Cook from Apple too,
Right.
but it's a lot of tech companies that make a lot of money in Eastern markets
Right.
that are kind of kowtowing to the Chinese government
It's
over
just-
this. So yeah, it's kind of weird to think about that because I don't know. It's the whole like, do businesses have our best
Blizzard-
interest in mind and democracy and all that?
Well, at some point, you got to draw a line.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like the line's being drawn now.
But Blizzard has not.
Consumers are
been doing
being
well.
like, no.
Well, I don't know. Like a lot of people will get outraged, but that doesn't change their spending habits, right?
Exactly what I was thinking when, okay, so exactly right when I read about Diablo 4, I'm like, it's all well and good, but are these people protesting and deleting their accounts going to come back for Diablo 4?
Yeah.
Like,
Or Diablo 2
No,
remastered.
because
Oh,
like
yeah.
I see it the same way. It's like, fuck you, Blizzard, because what you like. I already had a bad
Tasting
thing-
your mouth.
taste in mouth with Blizzard.
I
It was like a year ago. No, 6 months ago, 8 months
What
ago.
happened up north?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About a year ago. Less than a year.
Yeah. We have a great friend of ours that worked for Blizzard, and an article came up on because he wrote a letter on it's like Twitter, but like it's the long length, like it's when you can make a long
an
tweet,
open letter.
like a long tweet.
Okay.
And he wrote about his experience with Blizzard and how he almost took his life because of working for Blizzard, because of the way Blizzard is. And so I've already had that bad like fuck you guys.
yeah.
And then it's just, but then it's hard to like, I really don't play much from Blizzard. I played WoW Classic for a little bit, but like I've been staying away, and then I know Diablo 4 is coming out. It's hard to put them both like separated.
Separate them, yeah.
And just be like, I'm just going for the game, but you're going for the production company, of course. It's
Yeah,
just-
well, you're going to be profiting. The company's going to be profiting off of your purchase, obviously. And you don't want that
Exactly.
to happen because of what happened to the friend.
Exactly. So like Blizzard has hit me close to home, like super close with with a friend that I met. When I met him,
but meanwhile,
the lingerie party was at my
meanwhile we
buddy's
talked to
house.
Chad, and he loves his job.
He
He's
loves
like,
his job.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, different scenarios.
Yeah,
though,
different scenarios, man.
scenarios.
Very different.
There's a chance.
He worked in a different department.
I don't know him, so
Completely
I'm just
different.
going to say this. There's a chance your friend's just crazy.
No, Blizzard had to deal with it afterwards.
I think Blizzard actually even sent out like a reply saying, "Hey, hey."
It was on Variety.
There's
I was all
Variety magazine. It was a big deal.
Huge. It was huge. No, it hit really hard in Blizzard.
Yeah,
I
especially
can't
out of the
help
LA
but
office.
think that like at this point, with all that's going on with Blizzard, EA is just like, thank God.
Yeah. Because Madden sucks.
We only had Anthem to figure the fuck out.
We should have really put this in the news, and I totally dropped the ball on this.
You can still talk about
But
it.
Riot Games came.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have
they-
to talk about that. I'll look it up and we'll put it in later. But
Well,
talk about it now.
a lot of people are saying that they weren't planning on announcing all of this, but they're doing it in the response of Blizzard kind of fucking up and losing a little market share.
They're trying to.
Yeah, Riot said, "Here's the 7 Riot makes one game. It's League of Legends. They're making 7 games that nobody knew about, and they were like, we have this, and this.
Come on over.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Perfect, man.
Pretty
You,
much.
you bitch not putting
timing.
out? Look at this ass.
Perfect timing. It's like the.
I've been doing squats.
Yeah.
It's
Look at
like,
that
you
booty
guys have
cheeks.
Diablo, we have El Cucuy, It's just, they're just coming up.
They're a little different.
Seriously, World of Warcraft, World of Ice. Damn it.
Ice castles.
Ice Castle. No, I couldn't think of anything crap.
Bobby, let's recap them really quick because this is probably the biggest gaming news of the week, and
Yeah.
This is called proper release time because what's it called proper product placement.
yes, we're doing it right now.
okay. So here's
Check
what
from
they-
Riot's on the way.
So they're coming out with a League of Legends fighting game, a management sim, a tactical multiplayer FPS, a card game, and mobile versions for both League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics. So something to compete with Hearthstone, something to compete with Overwatch. Yeah.
I really hope that the fighting game is more like Smash Brothers, because PC still doesn't have a Smash Brothers level Smash Brothers.
They never will.
They won't, yeah.
Sony tried competing with that. Didn't
Look at all the characters that League of Legends have.
Sony tried doing the same
But it's
thing.
gonna look like a knockoff
go
Mario
ahead.
Brothers. It's gonna look. It's always gonna look like a
Sony
knockoff
tried it,
Mario
dude.
Brothers.
Sony tried it.
always.
I'm going to go ahead and say this right now.
Uh-huh.
League of Legends has more people playing it than Nintendo does.
Okay.
And they have,
Yeah, because you're playing your phone, you can play while you take a shit. Obviously,
No, because it's a free game.
exactly.
and it's free.
It's free.
So I think it would be even bigger.
Sexual
And
problems.
their characters are probably even more robust and fleshed out than Mario characters. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like,
They are, but it's the nostalgia of our generation who loves the Mario Brothers aspect.
yeah,
not
nostalgia. Sure.
That's what we were. That's what they play
Okay,
on
but
us.
like,
Mario is a little more iconic than
yeah,
League of Legends
way
characters.
more.
Yeah.
And then let's say Sony had Sony All Stars or Brawl Stars or whatever, not Brawl, but Brawl or Son. I think it was just called Sony All Stars, and it was Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and Nathan Drake and
Meanwhile, it wasn't as
God of
good,
War.
though.
It was just,
The mechanics weren't as good either.
It was it wasn't. Yes and no.
It wasn't Smash.
It was by the time the last good patches came out, everyone was just so far like it's not Smash, and
I'm
then
over it.
It was too far. It too much shit happened
Yeah.
already. But
Well,
but
either way, this is a really smart move for Riot. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, super
they had to
smart.
expand somewhere, and this seems like the right way to do it.
yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So, there's something else I want to say. Can't think of it. Oh well.
all right.
All right. Next.
Thank you for
to
Gummy and
that's-
Darth Duck for subscribing for 5 and 7 months, respectively. Thanks, homies.
Thank
That's
you.
what I forgot to mention. All right. Next up is Steam sale dates have leaked. This always happens, right?
Yeah.
So the Steam sale dates, in case you want to know them here, Halloween sale coming right up, October 28th through November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Autumn sale is going to be November 26th through December 3rd. And the winter sale, it's always around December 20th. But this one's the 19th to the 2nd of January.
Yep.
You know what?
That
Who
sales.
fucking cares? Like, Halloween's going to be around Halloween. The other one's going to be around fall. It's like,
It's the same every year.
It's always the same every year.
Yeah, and sales, like Steam sales used to be a really big deal. Now it's just like, dude, there's a sale every day. Epic's giving games away for free.
They're not. I remember I think the last good Steam sale was probably, for me, was like 3 years. Well, when I actually, no, never mind. I'll take it back. The reason it was so good for me was because I barely bought my PC, so I wanted everything. So everything was cheap. I was just like, oh, it's on sale.
And now you own all of it.
And I haven't played it yet.
Do you wonder if they get website traffic funds, like for views? Like, go to this website, see what the deals are, get a view, and then get paid for it?
Oh, yeah. Like,
that's probably why they release free shit every day.
Drew, so just to get back to you and being here, like, compared to like what you saw on YouTube versus reality, like how much
magic's still there, man.
Yeah.
The magic's still fucking there. I'm still gonna see that shit. Like, damn, that looks professional.
there's literally fucking volcanoes going off
right there.
There's a furnace.
Hey, but the temperature came down though. It didn't get that hot anymore.
It did not get that hot.
That's true.
I was surprised.
You're absorbing it all.
Yeah,
We were
fat man power.
We were on our way, so I was like, 3 fat man, that gets balmy. Right?
Yeah.
But then there's going to be a new one. It's going to be burly. That's a new temperature. Burly temperature.
That's
a little burly out here.
That's that mud
but,
butt
like,
fucking temperature where your butt starts sweating.
I'm still sweating a little bit. Like, not really sweating, but like I feel like
It's not unbearable. Like
You're nervous because I'm here. See, I was nervous, but then I got a little buzzed, and now you're nervous because I'm still here.
It's like, why is he still here, guys?
He's fucking up so much.
Nah, you're doing great. Better than beef.
I was gonna ask you guys. Ham? That's funny.
He calls him ham for some reason.
It was an accident. I'm like, hey, where's Ham at? He's like, you mean beef? I'm like,
Yeah. So we had a LAN.
A LAN party.
Like, we all took our PCs over to Incident's house. It was me, Dan,
And he brought his Xbox.
and he brought his Xbox, right?
No, Ham let me borrow his laptop.
No, so like he lives a block away. Like, literally, he walked over. And he's just like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What are you guys doing?"
Took
Like,
me.
so and Beef brought his laptop, and he's like, "Oh, so he was playing with us." For him being a console player, it's just funny, right? We're all gamers.
They put me in a fucking corner of the room. Like, they had their big ass fucking
We're all
outdoor beer pong like tables, like the fold out white ones. You buy it,
and he was in the corner.
And they put me in the dinner table. Yeah, just sit over there with your laptop, bro. They got there all their time. I'm like, man, fuck you guys.
It was really.
And
fun.
I got an ace. I'm like, fuck you guys. I got the ace in Call of Duty. Or in CSGO.
Nice.
Yeah, he ended up killing everyone. So and like so
On
like,
a mouse?
On a mouse. On a fucking mouse. On
Damn,
a USB fucking smaller than my dick mouse.
Damn.
Damn, that's
Must
small.
have been a
That's tiny.
That's
Tiny,
tiny,
bro. Like fit in my palm.
Oh
You know
my
it's
god,
small.
tiny. I forgot what I was gonna say because you
Actually,
said
no,
something.
I was gonna ask you guys, how is the new law affecting you guys? Since we're talking about
What law?
the 5,
Shit.
the shit for
Are we done?
no only. I don't know if it's California only, and you can only do freelance media. It's for freelance people.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Was
I don't think that affects us. That was mostly targeted towards Uber drivers and Lyft drivers.
Oh,
They're talking about the 35.
Oh yeah, you owe me health insurance, bro.
No, you're only allowed to bring out 35 news article if you're a freelancer a year now.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
what?
different.
Oh, that's something
Oh,
else.
No, yeah, this is the new Bill 5. It came out like probably Wednesday. So now anybody does news any freelancer who does news can only come out with 35 articles a
Calling
year.
what we do news is pretty generous, though.
Yeah.
We just kind of read headlines and then postulate on them.
Yeah, we don't actually.
Yeah, these people go in depth. They find the sources.
No, that's
they
not
go
us. Yeah.
ape with it.
Definitely not us.
So I was thinking about that on the way here. I'm like, damn, I wonder if that affects them at all.
Well, you're like, oh shit, are we about to get raided by the FBI or
I'm
something?
down. Would it be the first time?
All right. Next up, this is cool. Twitch is testing out watch parties. So what this is you can watch movies with people on Twitch, but because Amazon owns Twitch, it's only Amazon Prime Video.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, it's in beta right now. I think you can opt into it or somehow try to sign up for it, but not a lot of people are able to test it out. But eventually, this will probably be something that's just a feature of Twitch. So another reason to sign up for Amazon Prime, get access to all those videos. They've actually got a pretty good library too. Like, not bad.
DLG movie night.
Yeah, another way to do movie night.
DLG and Chill. You want a DLG and Chill?
DLG and Chill. I'm down for some DLG and Chill.
Oh.
So no word on when that's actually going to be official, but
I think that's the episode name, dude.
DLG and Chill.
DLG and Chill.
You got to bring out some of that sexy slow music in the intro.
Commy's gonna be in his boxers. He's already to pronounce it. He's gonna be in his boxers for DLG and Chill. That would be dope, though. Well, the only watching parties we've ever had on DLG is for the video game awards.
Oh yeah,
we all go on the Discord and like we're all in there, like
Yeah.
so.
And that's fun watching
that's
a lot.
fun,
It's
yeah.
fun.
Right.
And not last year. It was just Emilio and I think, for the PC games. But then, no, that was different. There was a time when it was all of us, right, Bobby? I think was it
There had
last
to have
year's?
been.
was it for
I know,
a
like-
competition maybe?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
for
I know
the
we've
awards.
done that for like Dota in years past, but not recently. But I think during the video game awards, like a lot of people got online on the Discord. We
Yeah,
all watched
we were
it
on
together
there watching it.
because it's like a 3-hour show, and they always do it on like a Thursday night, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. That's why I can't do award shows on Sundays. Like when they say, "Oh, you want to watch the Grammys?" No.
Why Grammys are when?
Like on Sundays or like.
Well,
yeah,
that's easier,
Oscars
isn't
and
it?
Grammys are on Sundays,
Isn't that
and they
easier?
go
But
long.
Still, you got to
They're
work the next day. Hey, because us, they go till like 11 o'clock. Think about
that's
East
true.
Coast. They go
they're
till
like 4
2 in the
hours
morning.
long. And they always run over too.
Hell yeah.
Let's make them Saturday, right? Where no one works. Well, I mean, a lot of people work the next day, but I mean, less people work the next day.
Not as privileged.
What do you mean? Sometimes I wish like I can actually switch out days.
No, I would
Sometimes
never
I wish
get rid
I
of my
wouldn't work on a
weekends.
Monday.
I would never get rid of my weekends.
Yeah, dude, the whole world's operating on a Monday through Friday
Yeah, that's
schedule.
true.
You don't want to work weekends.
That's true.
All right, next up, Five Below to open esports gaming centers in stores.
Five Below. What's Five Below?
I guess I didn't put this article up here. I saw it and I was like, that doesn't seem important. But they're like, I guess they're like a clothing store.
Was this you? Five Below?
That was me. Sorry.
Okay.
What's that? Just in time.
Hey, this just in. Yeah, they're kind of like a clothing store. I guess it's more East Coast because they're based in Philadelphia. But they have 1,000 locations or 100
Wow.
locations.
Oh.
That's still a lot, dude, for something we haven't heard about. And they're dedicating a lot of their floor space over to esports.
Really?
Like, it sounds like 100 of their stores is going to give up half of their space to have 40 to 60 gaming computers in there. And
Wow.
at first it sounded a lot like just a what do you call them, Bobby? Where you just go and play by
Oh,
hour.
Land Center?
Like a LAN center, which is like a thing that's pretty much almost dead.
Yeah.
You don't see those anymore. But they're leaning more into the esports side, and they're going to be hosting leagues. So
Okay.
like instead of bowling leagues, you'd go in there and have like an esports league, and you have your own little tournament with other people in the area. That's what they're giving up half your floor space is a gigantic investment. This is for a company we've never heard of. This might blow you out. This might be it.
And this is a clothing store? And they're getting into esports?
This is like Urban Outfitters. Like,
Yeah.
So think of it this way: Urban Outfitters just gave up the whole first floor for esports again.
Right. Something
That's
like
super.
that.
That's awesome.
Something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, if it works out, right?
Yeah.
So there's no
Now
fact-
you're louder. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. There's no doubt that esports is on the uprise. I was looking at some graphs
The
the
show
other day.
Ballers, like their last season,
They talk about esports.
They have esports.
Yeah.
They're looking at. They're scouting esports players.
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
neat.
and that's how.
Yeah.
So they're
man.
Madden and stuff or kind of thing?
No. I mean, like Fortnite. Like
Oh, like there's actually agent scouting players?
Like straight up esports, man.
Dude,
Holy
Yeah.
way.
more people watch the League of Legends finals than the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Dude.
Well, then again, it gets pretty fucking boring after the Patriots win 5 in a freaking row.
Either way, one's on the
Drew, we have
decline.
listeners. that like the
One's on
Patriots.
the one's on the decline. The other
won
one's
the
up.
last 5 Super Bowls?
No, well,
No,
I think
no.
out of 5, they
out
were
of 5-4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because the last 2 they didn't expect to win. I tell you that much. Like, oh shit, we're
I
here
didn't think
again.
they were gonna
Okay,
win the
let's
last
win.
Flash, is there any more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any more?
I'm an alcoholic.
Of course there is.
That's it. Done.
Bye, Jim.
Thanks. So anyway, I think it's a big risk for them. I know esports is on the rise. I don't know if this is the right move because ultimately it ends up being a LAN center. Doesn't matter if that you're focused on leagues. That said, a lot of people like to play. You were just talking about you guys got together and just played.
Yeah.
Would you guys?
And we're in our 30s. We're old.
Would you guys have rather paid $25 and play on the exact same units with no cheating involved against another group of 6 people doing the same thing? That sounds pretty awesome to me.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well,
We're always down.
I was actually thinking about right now, why not make a LAN bar?
They have some in certain cities.
In San Diego?
In San Diego, we
Liquids and computers don't go. They mix with like 2 dicks and no chicks.
Yeah.
You
girls,
end
one
up
cup kind of shit.
You end up with serious shit.
Too far, Drew.
No, but we could put one like on. We could put the CPUs on the top shelf. I mean, then again, we don't have to build a B CPU either. We're just going to be playing games.
Hey, 12 gauge, thank you for those 100 biddies.
Thanks, homie.
So whenever they do biddies, dude, you have to show your titties, Drew. I'm joking. Don't.
Calling out the wrong motherfucker.
We'll get kicked off of everything.
Wait, is that? No, I don't want to talk about it.
It can't be male boobs, though, can it?
No, it's Twitch. It's just, I don't understand it.
Well, I know Twitch
just
is
show
like
no skin. I think, honestly, I think Emilio has been pushing every episode by wearing shorts. I think he has. I think we're about to get banned any second now from Twitch.
Limits.
He's pushing the limits, man. Those knees.
Can you keep us moving?
What do we have up next?
When people start making fun of me, it's time to move on.
Bitch ass shorts.
All right. So Google had their big event recently. They announced all sorts of things, including the Pixel 4. We all knew that was coming. The Pixel Buds 2, which aren't going to be out for a while, but are expected to compete with the Airbuds.
And the Galaxy Buds, too.
Which is dumb.
AirPods.
Yeah,
they're all.
It's like, hey guys, we're working
Bobby,
on. We're working
if you
on
scroll
headphones.
down, I'll be able to. I watched the whole thing. I'll be able to. So Stadia is coming out.
What's that?
November 19th.
Anything
so that's
new?
The big thing on that.
Anything new?
No.
Is that?
It's just
that remote we just saw. That's for universal gaming for PC.
Yeah,
right?
there was something new on Stadia.
What?
They finally announced really announced PC keyboard, like mouse.
They said it from the beginning.
No, they never showed it. They never said it. Okay. They finally showed an image on their video, and it looked all pretty. They're like, and a keyboard, and it's like,
Drew. Actually,
like Kermit the Frog.
Honestly, at this point in the game, I wouldn't tell you to build a PC. I would say wait for Stadia, because
a lot of people are saying that. Like, don't even worry about it because it's going to come out and super
not to say that it's going to
expensive.
be what it says it's going to be, but it might be.
It's going to be more user friendly for an entry level guy to get used to computer gaming. I heard.
yes, especially,
And it's not going to be so financially
the thing
invested.
is,
Yeah,
it all
no computer.
It all depends
Well, I have a
on
monitor at home
the
already.
multiplayer. If I'm able to play with you, then 100% get that shit.
Oh yeah.
And you might never ever need a PC.
It's still going to be a
But the
PC
thing
based
is-
fucking game though, isn't
But
it?
that still hasn't been clarified to me. I still don't understand, like,
Cross-platform.
Is it
That's
just-
up to the game developer,
because like Stadia, the way I see Stadia, it's a console. It's their own console without the console. But that's it. It's like you'll be able to play online
or
play
or a
Stadia
computer without the computer.
Okay, a computer without a computer, but that's different. A computer without the computer, no, it's just that that's way different. It's just
Because you can't
Now
do the
we're-
other
we're-
stuff.
We're going back 3 months. We're just speculating about Stadia.
we are speculating because
No one knows what it is yet though, right?
No, well, it comes out next month. We need to
We
know
know what
now.
it is.
But
We don't know
what it
the
is.
exact, or you guys don't know exact.
Can I play with other PC players? Can I play with other PlayStation players, or is it just
I think
Stadia?
that's up to the game. That's not up to Stadia.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing.
So it'll be like
if you play.
So it's its own console.
Well, if you
If you
play
think about it, then
a
that's
game
all it
on Steam, are you playing with other people who have it on Origin or Epic?
Yeah. But I mean, is it gonna have its just launcher and that's it? It's a launcher. You buy games. That's it. It's like a Steam Online. That's yours. It's a launcher for a PC. That's just only those games,
I don't
and you
know.
only put
There's still a
people
lot
on
of
those
questions.
launchers.
Like, we aren't going to know until
The
it
thing
actually
that's-
comes
That's all
out.
it sounds like. It's a launcher
The
for you.
the only relevant piece of information that came out recently was that they were going to have negative lag, which means they're going to have predictive button presses. And I was like, what? Like people making mistakes is such a big part of gaming.
winning or losing? Yeah,
Winning or losing.
that
You
calls
throw a
for everything.
grenade instead of shooting, you slide instead of tackle, or whatever it is. Like, that's where you get the advantage. And if they assume that you're going to do the right move or the wrong one, like, I don't know how that works.
No, that's
No,
not. That's
no, they
almost like
can't do that.
cheating.
That's
That's
cheating.
almost cheating. That is cheating, pretty much. Yeah.
The thing is, Stadia. The best thing about Stadia that we've all talked about is just no cheating, because you can't install hacks. There's no installing.
If this isn't compatible with any other gaming system, it's not going to do good. I guarantee you that.
I think there's going to. Well, again,
I've been reading too many articles.
It's up to the game developers.
Yeah,
it's not up to Stadia.
Then it's just a console. It's another console. It's a console
or another PC.
That was another PC.
Why would you differentiate it?
Oh my God! Let's just wait 2 months and we'll figure it out, dude. You guys are just like going off on like every little thing. Like,
no, because the PC.
I hear it's gonna bend time in space. I mean, I don't know, guys.
I just think it's another console.
12 gauge. Thank you.
How much is it?
Yeah,
So when you said
the one I did.
I thought it was scrolling like a motherfucker. I thought we had hundreds of thousands of people.
Thank you 3 times. Drew, say thank you.
Thank you.
Bobby, scroll down.
Thank you.
Scroll down.
Oh, up here.
Yeah. Okay, so the Pixel Buds, just like Bobby was saying, supposed to compete with everything else. The big one is that you can listen to languages in real time, and it'll translate.
So cool.
So people would be like speaking in Chinese.
That's what they said about the last ones.
Yeah, but I don't know anybody
Maybe
that
it
has
works
that.
better
But
this
Google
time.
Translates does the same thing.
It does
already.
work better. This is why. The old phones had to check with the internet with what language meant. This has it all on board. So you could be offline and it understands you better because the language chip is inside the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
can do
better
that already on
understanding language. Their new little dots and smart speakers, I thought this was a great... They're trying to take all their little things and put them together. So they bought Nest. So Nest is now inside of their speakers. Nest is kind of like a home temperature control thing originally, but now Nest is getting to Nest Watch, which is like, like an alarm system. So your speakers are now, think about Alexas, right? If you don't know what we're talking about, Google has their own version of Alexa, and now I guess the knowing if somebody is around and knowing if somebody's breaking into your house is now into the next speakers. So they'll be able to detect people breaking into your house. And on top of that, there's Nest Wi-Fi. So now it has Google Assistant, which is like talking to it, getting recipes, whatever. It's got a Nest Watch, which means like it's keeping an eye on your house. On top of that, it's a Wi-Fi booster, like just all these other Wi-Fi boosters that you've been seeing. That you put one on your router, and then you go throughout your house, and it intensifies the Wi-Fi. It does all of that, and it's like $6 a month or $7 a month. So I thought that was pretty great. Keep going down, Bobby.
Dude, have you ever used the Google Translate? It's fucking gold, man. It's like everything you were saying. Watch, it was into you. Breaking into your house, not on top of that. There's Nest Wi-Fi, so now it has Google Assist, which is like talking into it, getting recipes whenever it's got. This is the way you were talking, right?
Yeah.
You're like cutting in, and then it was getting each. It's a Wi-Fi booster, and all. Everything was great until it said, like this, all these other wife producers that you've been seeing. But dude, it was reading like that was the only part that fucked up, and I had it here.
But
like,
this is you're on an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just it's but like then again, if it probably on your phone you have it too. It's a Google Translate.
Yeah, but I think the way that it works,
it's amazing. And then I as you said it, I read everything already on here. It's fucking perfect in Spanish.
Oh, in Spanish.
Yeah, it's so good.
Can we get a little bit of that?
Habla español, viejo.
It's so good. Oh, I clicked on the.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Do it
I
again,
clicked on the wrong thing.
All right,
But that was
pretend
great.
like you're not doing it. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Go up, Bobby. I missed. Oh, and then the announcement of the Pixel 4, better camera, gesture controls, so you can just like hang up a phone without actually touching your phone. They got away from the activate from the back, which was my favorite thing about this phone actually. But they said that theirs is faster than the iPhone's face recognition, so it has that going for it. Like I said, the language chip is inside the phone now and no longer has to check with the internet. So everything works offline, including transcription. So if you shoot a video, it'll put captions in there automatically if you want, which is nice. The video is not so great. Camera, from all the reviews I've seen, is up in the air. There's no clear winner between. It depends what you prefer. And
Apple's killing it right now with the camera.
Oh, and the big thing with the Pixel 4, I've had the 1, 2, and 3. So, like, kind of an expert over here. This is the first time it's going with all the carriers. It's going AT&T, it's going Verizon, it's going, and they all have crazy deals. You can get one of these for free, basically, if you look for the right deal. So you're getting, I'm not going to say it's the best phone out there, but it's clearly in the top 3, and you can get it for free if
There's only 3 phones
if you work your magic right.
that are worth it.
For what?
The Google
For
Pixel?
Yeah,
The
Pixel
Apple, and the Samsung.
I'm actually not gonna lie. I want to get the Moto. The Moto.
Don't do that.
I have a Moto.
Who
Don't
does
I have
that?
a G7, and
do
it's
that.
already broke, but I still have one.
Don't do that.
It has a gesture, whatever it's
Wow.
called.
He just jacked off and blasted me in the face with light.
That's pretty
Did it
cool.
follow the camera?
Oh,
Yeah,
very
it's
nice.
Kind of fucking cool. You know why? It's just crazy. If I want a camera, I just press it. You know, it's just there it is.
Yeah, I know, but mine could be off.
Oh, watch. It's me too.
It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty
Fuck
cool.
you.
That's actually pretty cool.
The Pixel has a squeeze function.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen that one. That one's sick.
That's actually the thing is, all these phones have that. That's which is actually I'm impressed.
I'm
Kinda
pretty
cool.
impressed.
I'm pretty fucking
G7, bitch. 179 Best Buy.
I'm pretty impressed.
Fucking $1,000 iPhone.
And then I got my $1,000 phone. You have your fucking expensive
phone,
$1,000
yeah.
phone, Bobby. And our phones don't do that, and I'm mad right now. Come on, camera.
Flashlight. That's flashlight.
Oh,
this
sorry.
is camera.
All right, time for some listener questions here. We got a few of them. So this is kind of what Warconius was talking about last week, about talking about most influential games over the decade. Here are the categories here. Number 1, genre. Number 2, year. Number 3, game. 4, developer. And 5, trend. So out of the last decade, what was the best of each?
Well,
of
we're not
these?
going to answer that now.
No,
I
not
think,
right now.
Yeah, I think for the end of the year when we do our game of the year,
Okay, we should
instead,
yeah.
or both, we do game and decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep these categories in mind. That might
For
be
game of
something
the
fun to
year-
do on Twitter.
This year is gonna be probably one of the hardest things ever because this has been a crazy year. And
It's been a weird year.
And I know we're not done yet. We still got really great games coming out by the end of the year. I think it's horrible. Next year sounds even worse because we already have. There's like so many anticipated games where we're just like, holy shit, like,
Dude, game of the year might be Red Dead Redemption on PC. Who knows?
yeah. Next year for sure. It's like next year they're already saying Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be the best looking game, period, on this generation of
Software.
software.
And are you surprised though? That thing's amazing.
Yeah,
looking.
no, it's amazing. It's amazing. But that's
Like,
it.
that's probably a game that's gonna be
So
on.
Bobby, are you going to pick up Red Dead?
Probably not. No.
So I'll talk to my friend. We'll probably get some copies.
Oh, cool.
All right. Next question from Zap. How do you guys fight game burnout? I feel like nowadays there's so many games coming out that it's hard to focus on or be excited about a game.
I think you're almost asking 2 different questions here, and I thought of the same thing when you read it. So burnout would be that you're playing the same game so long that you're tired of it,
out,
right?
yeah.
I think he's talking about just playing games in general, that he's just getting burned out on games.
Sometimes you got to take some time off, man.
Yeah.
I'm on a 3-month hiatus and no BS since
Yeah,
Call of
but
Duty.
Call of Duty comes out next week, and you're gonna be again.
Well, yeah,
on
then I'm
Call
a
of Duty.
zombie out for 20 hours plus. But I mean, I've taken a break because I can't stand blackout.
20 hours is very little, bro.
Well,
You gotta say
I'm
higher.
almost 40, bro. I'm almost 40.
That's still so little.
147 hours.
I have children.
So does he. No, but I mean, like,
Touche.
no, like, we do game a lot when we game. But yeah, you're gonna be playing that already. But you've been like not gaming that much for a while. You haven't been. Thank you.
5 second rule. 5 second rule.
Lick it.
Lick it.
But he just spilled drink on myself. Wait, he just spilled drink on
myself.
On me.
There we go.
On me.
Stop being proper.
God damn it! I was listening to last.
Let myself.
I was listening to last week's
myself.
episode. I noticed my tone changed so much. Did I get that drunk last week? Did we get that drunk? Like,
I don't know.
Our voices changed like completely. I don't know. I haven't noticed that in a while. I haven't gotten that drunk since TwitchCon out. So, anyways, I forgot what I was saying.
All right, cool.
About burnout.
Burnout. Yeah.
Play less games, man. If you're getting burned out, I've been there before, where it's just like nothing seems to satisfy. You're just trying to find the next game that you can get hooked in and does it.
There's that one.
There's always that one game.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I feel for a lot of people that's going to be Disco Elysium, something novel.
So I feel that these whole 2 weeks or whatever that I haven't been really gaming. Well, actually no gaming. But then Outer Worlds comes out on Friday. So I feel like I'm going to be fully invested when I come back. When I come back from Guadalajara, I think I haven't been so excited for a game in a long time. So this is my Borderlands from you. You know, like when you got all excited for Borderlands. Outer Worlds is like my...
I kind of feel like I feel sorry for you, man. Only because I hope you're not building yourself up for...
I know. What if it sucks so much? Dude... This is the game I've been most excited for.
You've been talking about it for at least 6 months.
That's the biggest mistake you guys make. You guys hype up something that you don't know what's going to be yet. I'm like, fuck, I'll see what happens.
That's gaming.
I'll see what happens. I don't know yet. I can't.
That's gaming.
I've been let down so many damn times. I'm like,
I know.
I'll see. I don't know. I'll see. I'll play
like
it.
right now,
know.
Sam's pregnant. I'm hoping for a ninja, but if I get...
But you're going to get a turtle.
Yeah, if I get a turtle...
Shit out of luck.
Shit.
Throw the shell. Maybe you get Mario, and that's that, homie.
Even worse. I just saw my first soft shell turtle. I didn't even know that existed.
Oh, yeah, you can eat them.
That's so weird. Maybe you get a soft shell turtle.
All right, Chap has another question here. What technology purchase was your biggest regret?
A drone.
You never use it, or
A drone.
I bought a drone. I gave the excuse that it was for my daughters, and I used it twice.
My drone.
They haven't used it either.
No, because I was scared they're gonna fucking crash it, so I'm the only one flying.
It's so expensive. You don't want them flying it. Dude.
Yeah.
A drone for me, up till now. When I bought it, it was like I need it. It's gonna be great for all the filming stuff I'm gonna use it for. Nothing. Now that I'm talking to a buddy of mine, where I'm gonna start doing some real estate videos and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
It's amazing.
But it still hasn't happened.
No, I know. It still
sounds great.
I know.
What it
You know what's
happens,
funny? The drone I bought the Mavic Pro. It's a little foldable drone. It's small, but it's still big enough. 4K. Great. Yeah, it gives you great images. I used it twice. When I tried using it the third time, the gimbal fucked up. And
that's when we were filming.
Yeah, when we were filming. I needed it for filming the fucking music video, and it messed up. And then I had to return it, and then I got a new one. So I have a brand new drone I still haven't flown. They gave me a brand new one.
So, Bobby, I'm going to guess it's your 3D vision?
No, I like that. Dude.
Sorry,
I still use it.
I'm glad you liked it for the 4 games you played it on.
No, I played a lot of games, man. All the Batman games were on it. That Metro game was on it. Civ 5 works great on it. I used it on a ton of games. I enjoyed it. It didn't last long. I don't know. I bought a video card, though. Like, one of my first ground up builds back in 2004 or so. Like, I made the terrible mistake of buying all the parts, not at once, but when I could afford them. And I bought a video card for $850. By the time I built the machine, the card was worth maybe half that. So
right.
That's why I don't want to get a...
Dude, 2004 was different though, dude. Like, you'd buy a processor, bleeding edge processor for $800, and you'd be selling it on eBay in 2 months for $100. Like, it was just, I don't know. 2004 was a different time. It's a little bit better, but it's still kind of the same.
It depends. Like, I have that old school. Remember when my CPU? I thought it was. I fucked it up, and then Duck was like, "Let's troubleshoot at me with me for everything," and then it was just like, "Oh, your CPU is fine. You just fucked up, right?"
Yeah.
But I ended up buying a brand new CPU.
What do you do with the old one?
Well, not a brand new.
I'm trying to come up.
I built a brand new. No, I bought a brand new CPU, but it's an old CPU because I wanted it to work in my motherboard. I still have it if you want it. Just buy a motherboard. But
all you need to do is buy the other
10,000 fucking parts.
Yeah.
2,800.
I got a box.
No, because if you would buy actually, here's the thing: old parts end up being expensive after a while. So it's been 2.5 years now. Now they're expensive. Like,
why?
If I go on eBay and I sell a used version of mine, I can sell it for $300. Because there's people that just don't want to spend.
They don't want to upgrade.
They don't want to buy a new motherboard just to install a new CPU. So they're like, fuck.
It's an upgrade for them.
Yeah.
But
or something that's not even an upgrade for them.
Yeah, or a replacement for something
just a replacement. You just don't want to buy another motherboard.
Yeah.
And especially if it's a cheaper one, you might even have to change the whole case.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah, that's how a lot of hardware works. It gets cheaper and cheaper, and then it hits a point of rarity where it becomes actually really expensive.
Yeah.
You can't find anywhere.
For me, when I was playing Magic the Gathering at a place called A Place to Play, Neutral Ground. That was a different one. They allocated about 25% of their place for PC gaming. And we're talking Tribes and we're talking EverQuest 1. And I played those two games and I was like, I need a computer now. Yeah, and I just got a job. It was 18, 19.
Tribes, such a great game.
And I was like, where do you get a computer? I was like, I saw those computers for Gateway Computers. I'm going to call them. Called them. I was like, hey, I need a gaming computer. Yeah, we can do that for you, sir. Meanwhile, they don't make gaming computers. At the time, there wasn't even a place I don't think you could call and get a gaming. You had to build it
Computer
yourself.
Renaissance was a place.
The gaming computer was their highest end computer, and they would just slap gaming to it.
Right, but they didn't even sell Voodoo 3s or Voodoo 2s.
They didn't have any GPUs. Yeah.
So you would have to buy their computer, which was pretty good at the time. I bought their top computer, and then got it. It was $22,400
for a computer
when I was a kid, dude. When I was 18, we're talking about 22 years ago.
I still have dial-up.
And after I got it, I still finding out, talking to these people that I was playing with, I could play it, but I couldn't play it. Right?
Yeah, you weren't.
They're like, you have to get a Voodoo 2 or a Voodoo 3. I think the Voodoo 3 was just about to come out.
Yeah.
So I had to order it, and that was another $300-400, dude.
And you're talking about back like in 90.
Yeah, dude. 22 years ago.
$2,400 back then. That was a shitload of money, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel his pain.
I was making money off of selling illegal alcohol.
Hell yeah. I mean, what are you talking about?
Anyway, that was it.
Last question from Cricket Soldier here. Since DLG Con, have you played with someone new from the Discord that you haven't played with before? I played a lot of Apex with Jew for You since then.
I talked to Jew for You a lot, but I haven't played with him yet. Rusty Bagels and I have played a lot more.
Yeah,
we had played
a lot
once.
of Borderlands.
Yeah.
I knew everyone there, so it was just.
Okay, cool guy.
Well,
I think that's the spirit of the question, dude.
I mean, I play with everyone. I love everyone so much. I do. I love everyone so much. I'm on the Discord more than it. Not in the last 2-3 weeks. I haven't. I've been MIA like crazy. But I'm always very, very active on Discord. It's just maybe.
Drew, are you on the Discord yet?
No.
Are you on Discord?
No.
It'll give you something to do.
Can I do it on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I thought it was only computer based.
We just talk shit.
Yeah, we just talk shit.
You talk too much shit, we get rid of you. I'm sorry, Flying.
You know how we are. You know
I'm sorry, man. Fucking.
talk too much shit or what?
No, seriously, like it was like saying goodbye to a friend. That sucks.
Damn.
No, it does, dude. I'm sad that
I don't know what happened.
No, like he didn't have to go. But anyways,
he didn't have to go. He chose to go.
But for me, he's not gone because he's moderating my channel.
Oh. Which has how many?
Lost but not forgotten.
It's being flying.
So basically, as long as you.
It was super funny. It's just, like, I'm not going to go into details, but it's just, we had a really good conversation. And then, and it felt like he was saying goodbye forever. And I was just like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? You've been actually him, Rubber Nuts, and who else? Beirut and fucking stupid ass Fastidious were my first friends on Discord.
This is what I told him. I said,
"You've been my story."
I told him, "Well, okay.
Fuck your story,
fuck your story, Ray." Let me say something. But it was just he was one of my friends forever, and I love him to death. And my best way to make him feel at home was just like, "Yo, you know what, bro? You can moderate my my channel. He's like, what? Really, bro? You have a channel? Yeah, it's just me and you. I started a DLG, and I mean a DLG. I started a F and Sweet thing, and it's just me and him.
Oh, that's cute.
Just saying hi.
Two guys in a cabin.
I love
in
that
the cold
guy,
winter.
man.
Two guys in the chat. Sound like two girls in the cup.
I love that guy, man.
No, I told him, I was like, dude, you've been ride or die for day one. Are you sure you won't bend on this? He's like, I won't bend on this. I was like, okay, you're putting me in a tight spot. He's like, whatever you choose, I still love you. I was like, I love you too. And then we haven't spoken since. And that's tough. But it is what it is. And here we are.
Yeah, times change.
Close it out, Bobby.
Oh, damn. You don't listen, huh?
No, I don't.
That was perfect. Holy shit. This is what our podcast is about. Boobs.
Empty
booze.
booze.
All right, what's everybody playing next week? I'll obviously be playing some Disco Elysium.
You can go ahead and say it. You play video games weekly?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty on Friday, man.
I'll do Blackout here and there, but like just to say.
Why is it that you hate it? Like most
I don't like the Blackout because I was into PUBG because. Well, that's the thing. I was traumatized as a married man. My ex-wife didn't like my gaming system.
Okay.
So I had to take off some time from gaming for a while. But
why don't you stick with PUBG? I've heard it's in a really good place right now.
I play PUBG on the iPad.
What?
I don't on the iPad.
Ray, what are you playing next week?
Well, no, that's not the only way I like playing it because everything on the console to me.
PUBG
These
on
people
the
get
console
these
sucks.
stupid long shots. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's called skill, bro.
No, dude, I'm sorry, but some of
Skill
it's
and
like,
hardware.
No, but he has
skill and hacking. Because I'm a great fucking shooter.
He's good at Call of Duty. Like, he's really good at Call of Duty console.
Like, I can fuck shit up on an Xbox.
Yeah.
But
which makes sense.
Or an iPad Pro.
Or an iPad.
No, iPad Pro shit. The only reason I found that out. The only reason I need that because this shit's too small. I need a bigger screen, so I got the iPad.
He can't afford an iPad Pro.
Shit, I can steal an iPad Pro.
So you know, I don't know if you know this, but the mobile version, which is what you're playing, about 70% of those players are bots.
That was in the beginning,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
That not like
No,
once
now.
you get a certain pass.
No, that's what I mean, and that's why I go
Real
off.
players.
Yeah, once you get to like the top 10, you're playing 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Like obviously
right,
you're
right.
playing, and I was getting chicken dinners all day.
Oh, shit.
No, hell, all day, dude. Like trust me, you couldn't fucking get me. And I was just like, oh, this is fun. I was just brap, brap, brap. I would never, yeah, seriously, I would never scope it. I would never have a sniper. It's always with a machine gun or a light machine gun or a SMG.
Dude, you're a
Fucking
PC
hate
gamer, like, ready to be
So
born.
ready. You're. It's like, dude, I'm not joking. He played Counter-Strike with us.
Yeah.
And we gave him a mouse and keyboard, and he's like, what is
I
this?
got it just a sensibility.
What is this,
You
guys?
did okay.
And like,
you said,
and
no?
he got an ace in one of the rounds.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we're playing non-ranked, people.
Yeah, we're
But
playing-
it doesn't matter. Like, he killed everyone on the other team.
That's the first time I've touched CS since the internet cafes in Plaza Bonita when I used to work there in 04.
Yeah.
Like a guy going to jail, you're ready to become a born-again fucking PC gamer.
Orale, vato, let's do these.
I'm not gaming, guys, until I come back from Guadalajara. The thing is, when I come back from Guadalajara, it'll be Tuesday.
Should we pass homework over to me just so?
Yeah, let's do
all
homework
right.
for you, man. Like, I still want to do that game. I want to play it, but I don't have time.
No, that's legit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to play that game.
While you're in the FA, while she's sleeping.
Let's do it this way. That was my homework. It's a little bit past due.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna play. We'll throw it on. Fucking highlights.
At some point. Yeah.
We'll throw it on highlights because I will play it.
Okay. We don't have to come up with something for me right now, unless you have Bobby. Look at.
Halloween. It's Halloween, Bobby. Come on.
Oh,
I have a
Something
backup.
scary.
I have a backup
Wait,
program ready to go.
What if we make him play a really awesome scary game? That's good. Oh wait, no, never mind. You were just dissing scary games.
No, you have to play the Barbie video game for 24 hours straight. That's scary enough.
Dude, where'd my list go?
I had fun
here
with
it
Barbie
is.
games.
Fuck
I'm
that.
joking.
You can play Year Walk. How about that? Short game.
What is it?
That's
Year
another
Walk.
scary one, right?
It's kind of scary.
It's the one that woke you up in the middle of the night.
It's not super scary. You could handle it.
Okay. I'd rather play. You know what?
We gave him
I'm
Little
gonna-
Nightmares, and that was like
Dude,
that was supposed to be the cute, a little bit of scary. And
I'm
he
gonna
was like,
balls up, dude, and I'm gonna say I can do that other one you were talking about.
Which one?
How about you play Visage? How about you go full on?
No.
Because I'm
Halloween.
I know, because like I'm gonna do no, because I'm gonna.
The one with the
Outlast,
Japanese girl.
Dread Out.
Who wouldn't want to play that game with a Japanese girl?
All right.
I think it's actually a Taiwanese game. That one is a little rough around the edges, though.
Is it the side-scrolling one?
No.
No.
Oh,
So when you
that
take
one, Lone
pictures.
Survivor would be good.
Yeah.
Lone Survivor.
Oh, okay.
That might be a good
that's
one.
like a lot of mixed genres that you don't play. You don't
Okay.
play those little like type point and click, yet at the same time side scrolling, yet at the same type horror. Or you can just play Visage and stream that, and then you just take it over from me.
Well, it sounds like a scary game is what we're getting at. So I'll write a few of them down here.
You can play Visage.
You know what? I'll play that new one, Bobby, that I put on here.
Play Visage.
No, I think we should
You don't
play
have to
Visage
buy
Within.
it. Visage is scary as fuck.
How about a beast inside?
How about I'll give you a beast inside.
A beast within.
Damn it! It's same joke again. God
right,
damn
I
it!
think
Don't say those words. It just makes me say it again.
Trigger.
So we
Play
keep
Visage.
it relevant. I'll do a
Visage.
beast within.
Oh wait. Show Visage. Show Visage on Steam, so you can just look at Visage, and then he's gonna look at it and be like, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah, it's like the PT.
It's like PT.
Bobby, did you play PT?
No.
Will you
I didn't
play it?
PT.
Go full screen so you.
It's not a full
can
game,
you still
right?
play
It's-
PT? I don't think you can get PT anymore.
It's not a full game, but you have 9 hours, and then they're missing the last chapter. That's it. They're missing only the last chapter.
You played this at your house, I think, once.
No, that was another one. I love these kind of games, so I play a lot of clones
Yeah.
of this.
I don't want
But
none
this
of
one
I don't
is
want none of
the
this.
scariest one so far. This is
Well,
the
yeah,
one
it's
that
sad.
I've been putting aside because it's that scary.
It's a full release or is it early access?
It's early access. But the thing is, if you only need 3 hours, just give us those 3 hours.
How much is this game?
It's on my library.
Well, you got options
Oh,
and you got
Jesus
time to
Christ.
decide.
Oh, fuck off.
Come on, it's not that bad. It's Halloween.
So it's in my.
Play it
I'll do
on stream.
Visage.
Play it on stream. It won't be
Look at
scary.
that.
You've been talking about it
Dude,
for 4 months.
The
I'll play it.
reviews
Okay, fine. I'll play it.
are finally
Okay,
very positive.
fine.
Finally, I knew it. I knew it.
I'm not happy about any of this.
You're gonna be scared shit. No, but you have to stream it. I will watch the stream.
I'll be playing that piece of shit. I'll be playing Noita and some two-finger. I feel like two-finger death punch. You gotta be in like feeling good, and then you go in and play it for like an hour, and that's it. So I'll be streaming two-finger death punch probably tonight.
Play
I might be
Visage.
too drunk. Yeah, I'm gonna play it, dude. I already
Stream
told
it.
you.
I mean, stream it.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that.
No,
Stream.
if I stream it, I won't be scared because I got my homies with me.
It might be helpful.
Rolling deep.
It might help you a little bit, but no, it's just I feel like you're
I
gonna
want the full experience. Dark.
go dark and then put the screen dark.
All right.
Put the screen dark. That's it.
I feel like somebody went dark at the DLG con.
Who? What?
Hmm.
Me?
Huh? Hmm?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I went dark.
I don't know.
I was like, what?
All right, speaking for Bobby, Drew, Ray, and Drew Ray, and myself, Visage Titties. Bye, everybody.
Scary titties.
Dun, dun, dun. Ghost Titties.
Ghost titties.
All the titties get ghosted with me.
Oh, shit.
What's
Does that
Visage?
mean you shoot them? That's disgusting.
No, they get ghosted like they ghost you.
Oh, they
Hey,
leave you?
Ghostbusters came out already. I saw it.
Who cares?
Which one, the game or the movie?
The remaster.
Remastered
What?
game.
Yeah,
Oh,
they remastered the Xbox game.
let's say the movie.
Bye.
So.